again, I don't know whose idea was it to come to New York for New Year's. Oh, but wow. Times Square really outdid itself this year. MSP Dispatch, 38 at 38. The Tech Bar, this has been a great year for the MSP Media Network. I mean, look at them. They're in Times Square. This is amazing. Oh my God. Oh my God, it's time. Today is the Tech Bar's end of year special, featuring old guests, new guests, and many, many surprises. I heard they're even bringing food. And I'm hungry. I mean, all right, yeah, it's too cold. Let's go grab a glass of bourbon, some nice food, and let's go have some shenanigans with the boys. Ladies and gentlemen, the moment you've all been waiting for is finally here. The Tech Bar, featuring Super Cousin Danny, featuring Powerhouse Ray, and this week we brought our end of year special, featuring many, many, many surprises. The list is longer than a CVS receipt. So ladies and gentlemen, as always, grab your drinks, and let's get right into the show.
Hey, what's up, everybody? We are here on our first ever The Tech Bar. That's what we're calling it, right, Sean? The Tech Bar?
Yes, the Tech Bar. Yes, you are right, Ray.
Just kidding. I'm not muted. What's up, everybody? This close, right? I mean, it's the last one of the year. I figured I should start out muted. What's up, everybody? Powerhouse Ray, joined as always by this way. There we go. Super Cousin Danny. How you doing, cuz?
I'm doing good, man. Just a little hot, but we'll get into that.
I'm loving your background, dude. It's your background. Are you hot because of the sparklers and because of all the lights behind you?
Sure, that's what it is. That's why I'm sweating.
Okay.
It's too much of too many sparklers up there.
Too many sparklers. There. Speaking of hot, I see a wild Dutchman in the chat. I see a Kelvin a Kelvin, a Techhofflar. Let's see who else. We got Tim Golden, compliance risk. We got some amazing people here in the green room. I don't want to give away who it is yet, but we have some awesome guests today. I'm a little sad. It's the last episode of the year. Are you a little sad?
I am, but then we just got a new year of more shenanigans to work on. So you can look at it that way too.
That's true. So we have and if we're going to close out 2022, we're going to close it out like hardcore, because 2023 we have all new stuff coming, all new like skits, all new segments that we haven't even thought up yet because we don't plan like that. All new formats, but we have a few surprises for today, so we'll hold on to that for a little bit. But we, as always, it's not just you and me. We have a wild Simon in the green room. How you doing, Simon?
We have a Simon.
I'm here.
That's awesome. All right. So, I don't have a lot of chances to do that from 2022. Come on. I'm doing awesome. But okay. So I'm sorry, I'm trying to catch up. Is that Aaron from 38 at 38? What's up, Aaron?
All right. It is. Aaron.
So I want to ask this question real quick, because I know you're moving to Tampa at some point in 2023. And we were talking about this in the green room before we started. Are you doing that to be closer to Tony or to Aaron?
Yes. That is the correct answer.
I can't even get mad at that. Whatchamacallit. So while we start bringing on our first guest, and when I say first guest, I don't mean first guest of the show. I mean first guest on Tech Bar ever. Do you remember who those first guests were, Danny?
I do remember that.
Do you think our chat remembers who our first guests were?
I was in that chat and I do remember. And that was a very long Tech Bar, and it did have stages. It
was our longest lasting Tech Bar. Not a single skit. I don't think we even did games back then, but it was our longest lasting Tech Bar. You know, back when we were younger, we lasted a little longer. It
was the actual definition of winging it. That's exactly what it was. But it
absolutely.
Was fun.
It was fun. The Tech Bar chat join me in welcoming Mr. Dave and just Corey.
Yeah.
What's up, gentlemen? How you doing?
How you guys doing?
Fantastic.
That's good. That's
good. Sounds exciting.
My favorite thing about the first Tech Bar was how low we were able to set the bar for subsequent successes.
Well, that's the like the hidden nickname. That is the Tech very, very low bar for success. And I appreciate it. We started low. We were able to build up from there. No, seriously. It was an awesome Tech Bar.
It was really good, guys.
Danny and I,
it was really good.
You know, and I'm seeing some similarities here. There are some interesting connections. Danny and I normally are in the same room sitting on the recliners. You guys started this sitting in the chairs in the was it garage or basement? It was a garage, right?
Yeah, garage.
Between two
doing the garage.
And
now everybody's virtual.
Yeah, splitting the aloe plant.
Yeah. You even cracked open the pappy on show, or was afterward in the after party?
There was no after party. It was a 6-hour show, I think. We went all the way.
The show was the after party. There you go. And you already have fans here in the chat. I see Drew Hacksworth. He keeps misspelling his name. Kelvin drinking the White Russian, which is awesome. See Melissa. What's up, Melissa? I don't even know. Crack. This isn't that kind of show, Keith. We keep the chat too. So how you guys been? How do you guys feel? Like, we started Tech Bar in June of 2020 or July 2020, and we're a year and a half later. How do you guys feel? Actually, we're 2.5 years later. Shit.
I was gonna say it's been longer than that.
I haven't even started drinking yet. Damn.
Namaste, I guess.
Oh my
Namaste.
God, right?
Shit.
Namaste.
And yes, I am drinking McDonald's Coke. We'll get into why in a little bit.
But is it McDonald's rum in there with it?
Well, I mean, anyway. So So what's changed between then and now? You were just guys. You were just starting out doing this thing called MSPing, right? I think that's how Ashley describes it. And now you're more mature, you're more experienced.
Yeah, we got our own houses now. We're not in our mom's basement.
I'm in my own damn basement now.
Is that like a I am the captain now? Is that kind of thing?
That's why I'm wearing cable knit.
You are wearing cable knit. It matches his underwear too. Stand up, Dave.
It's a little scratchy.
Well, and I see, and Dave, you look so like mature, like with the turtleneck. You look like a college professor. Like Corey looks like he's doing office hours somewhere. Like, with the young student, we don't want to get into it, but it looks like there's some shit going on.
I teach piano lessons on the side, so
you're a little collegiate looking. Corey's if he shows you his mic, he's actually been DJing the local college radio station.
Oh, boats and hose.
and it's got a feature I've never seen on a microphone, because I actually bought him this setup about 8 months ago because he sounded like hot shit, and he just got it set up today for this event. So, but the mic has a feature on it that I've never seen before.
Boats and hose.
And it's not working right now, apparently.
Oh, it didn't echo?
It's got some sick reverb, so he can really like dial up the voice of God when he wants to.
So we have Melissa saying the same thing I was thinking. So Corey is a penis? Would that be accurate? MS penis during the day and just a penis teacher at night.
It burns when I MS penised.
If that's not a new word for 2023, we're doing it wrong. So
We should come up with some new words. I think we started that, right? So
did we? Were we doing drinking words back then in the first episode?
we created
I'm pretty
I
sure
know
Namaste came
Guys,
from
guys.
that.
new norm.
Oh yeah, new norm, namaste,
which we
unprecedented.
just said, and I'm watching you
Yeah.
guys.
and I said it 3 times.
Well, there's always room for opportunity, right, Dave?
This is 300 proof, so 1 sip counts.
Okay, that's fair. Yeah, this McDonald's Coke hits hard too. So we're actually Simon put it up. We're voting on new words. We're going to be voting over the next couple episodes.
Oh my god!
And I think we're announcing it 1st of January, February, March.
In February.
Thank you. So we're going to announce it then, what he said. So go ahead and pick your words, vote for words. I'm
Do
not
the new
saying we're
words
going to listen to you
Retire
guys. Yeah.
old words, or are we just making a dictionary of?
No, we're going to retire some of the old ones. We can't have like 19 drinking words. We can't
You
keep
sure
track of that.
can. First off, but second off, I think we have to vote on what gets retired. You can't just roll them off by age.
No, Chat GPT cannot be one of the words. IPA will never be a word on my show, sir. Ever. IPAs taste like ass. So anyway, so we're this is a drinking show, as you guys know.
Yes.
I think we should go over what we're drinking here.
Yes.
Let's start with Mr. Corey Eberly. What are you drinking, Corey?
Colorado 291 whiskey.
Oh man,
That
somebody
sounds fancy.
special must have gotten that for you.
Ooh,
That was, I think Dave did for my 50th a year ago or a year and a half ago.
What's the
3 years
proof
ago.
on that one?
A lot.
A lot. Dave, what are you drinking, man? Mr. Dave Coles, what are you drinking?
I'm drinking some of this. Somebody very special to me gave this to me for Christmas, and it's a Daltmore 12-year.
Oh shit!
Obviously, I started a little while ago.
Yeah. Was
Like
it
an
a new
hour or
bottle
so.
at the beginning of the day?
It was. Well, yesterday it was a new bottle. 2 days ago. When was
Ray,
that?
this is 127.9 proof.
Okay, so 126 divided by 2.
64%.
There you go. I couldn't figure out 2.5 years. The fuck if I was going to do divided by 2.
This is only 40%.
Oh, God,
It's my afternoon drinker.
Oh, dude.
It's very smooth though, Corey. I figured out why you like this, Corey, because it's as close to a Jameson as a Scotch could get.
So I
Brings
think Isaac
out my
hit
Irish.
my feeling of IPAs right on the head. IPA tastes like IPA-ness.
Ah. Oh, stop it. They're good.
IPA-ness, MS pianist. There you go.
There you go.
Oh,
There's
mute
no
as a
judging anybody
word.
that no judging anybody
No,
that likes
actually, a
names.
word should be bourbon.
So like when we start talking about what we're drinking every single time, that's a drinking word just ready to go.
Yep.
What's up, Eric? What's up, brother? How you doing? All right. Danny, Mr. Laura, you were supposed to be here with me, and then I called an audible like at the absolute last second. He asked me yesterday. We planned for Tech Bar like weeks in advance. Danny asked me yesterday because we were going to do it on site somewhere. And he's like, at 6 o'clock, are we still going to do the thing we said we're going to do? And I'm like, I'll let you know. And at like 2 a.m, I'm like, no, we're going to do something else. So
No,
you
it
had
was,
to.
it was 1:35. 1:35.
Oh, okay. It was
I saw it. I
early
just
then.
chose
It was
not-
early.
Yeah, I saw it. I chose not to respond.
Hold on, Dave. You just said something in the chat.
Are you
Are
talking
you
about
guys all
Keith,
coming
or are you
out to
talking about-
Colorado in June for the PAX 8 thing?
Yeah,
You guys
for the
all coming
PAX
out for
8
that?
shindig shenanigans.
When does Casa Bonita open, Dave? May?
I think it's May. They're having the big
Dude, we got to
big
get
grand
everybody over to
reopening.
Casa Bonita.
yeah, we need a Tech Bar company party at Casa Bonita
Casa.
with our South Park boys.
I think
You
we
guys,
might
have
be
you heard
the-
of that place, Ray?
No, I have not. What is it?
Okay. So it's like the
we don't have
dirtiest,
time,
nastiest-
but it's
We'll be quick. It's the dirtiest, nastiest
Yeah.
This is like a
Mexican
Skyline
restaurant.
chili that like there's this like aura around it, but it sucks ass. Like,
Yeah,
is it a
and
good
you have
thing?
to
or-
go
Correct.
there once. But
well
then,
for many years it had the right blend of campy, like it sucked, but it was a good suck, and it was fun, and it was campy, and the
and then
food
you
was
had to
always
drive
just
as
hot
fast as
garbage.
possible home. Yeah.
Yes, you had to race
Before you
home.
blew up.
But the last 5 or 6 years, it really just like nosedived. There's new ownership, and it sucked, and it went from campy sucking to legitimate sucking. But it's a staple mainstay of every child that's ever lived in Denver as a child has had a birthday party or gone to a birthday party, Casa Bonita. So much so that South Park did an entire episode, right?
Oh wow!
So Matt and Trey Parker, the guys that do South Park, bought Casa Bonita during the pandemic, and then found out that it was a total disaster, and they pumped like several $1 million into the restoration and all this kind of stuff. So all of us have been like, if there was ever anybody that could possibly own Casa Bonita and do it right, it's Matt and Trey.
Right.
That's how it is. So everybody's on pins and needles. We're so excited for that's where my next birthday is going to be. I think I'll have it there.
So do they walk around with like foam heads and doing the Canadian talking thing?
There's
Close.
there's an indoor waterfall.
I would play out this weekend for that.
And guys do diving jumps, and there's a guy that runs around in a gigantic gorilla costume, and it's terrific.
I mean, who doesn't have a giant gorilla costume? Speaking of things that just make sense. And I have my own drink. I'm also, because you guys are so special to me, I'm breaking out the Blantons today. Also, I may have opened it a little earlier. But that's okay. I got backups.
Actually, Cooper, I'm reporting your comment. That's the shittiest thing anybody's ever said to me in a comment.
Did she call you Canadian? What she said? Dave can kick. We love Canadian. We love all people. Okay. Dave can kick me out of the seat of the bar so he can talk to someone more important. It will be so much. Oh, that's not nice.
I got to be honest. Anytime Crosby needs a seat at the bar, I'm kicking you out.
That's fair. Who doesn't love Crosby? Because it only took me 3 years to realize who his dad was. So Also at the end of a tech bar. All right, so we got some rules. Why don't we bring up the rules, Simon?
How many have I broken already?
Like 19, and we only have 6, which is pretty fucking amazing. Yeah. All right, so Corey, start us off, man. Read us the first 3 rules.
First 3, the bartenders are always right. It's number 1. Number 2, no politics or religion at the bar. And number 3, if you hear these words, you will drink. Namaste, unprecedented, and the new norm.
Awesome. What's up, SR 1313? Sounds like a freaking spy. Dave, are you bringing spies on the fucking show?
Sounds like a tax form.
Did I confuse you? Okay. Shit. Okay.
Well,
sorry, I didn't mean to break Dave. Dave, go ahead and give us 4, 5, 6.
I'm trying to figure out how we can no clutch shift it into Matt Damon, but.
Well, I was gonna do the whole I know your private life is as Matt Damon, as super secret spy, but yeah, I was just gonna go too long. But anyway, 4, 5, 6, bud.
4, 5, 6. So there's sports on a lot.
Yeah.
Which I got to be honest, I haven't watched this much sports. I actually take a personal. The Broncos right now, if anybody's paying attention, are the most abysmal team in the history of national football, and I don't care. Other than I really enjoy watching them flounder.
You like a good train wreck.
We're Dolphins fans, and
I like it. I like a good train wreck.
I mean, we got Keith, so you got the Cowboys. So you're among. Is that why you came on this episode? Because you knew Keith would be on, so your team wouldn't be the worst.
No, I definitely coordinated this. Yes.
That's some shit. All right, what's rule number 5?
What happens here stays here, even though that's a lie because we're being broadcast live all over the world.
This is only mostly recorded. And then number 6.
If the bartender is wrong, we'll refer to rule number 1.
So we're going to be toasting with something very special. Do you know what this is?
It looks like a tater tot.
It's a chicken McNugget. So, and to commemorate the first time I toast with a chicken McNugget, we have a very special guest on. Danny, can you introduce our guest?
Yeah, we got ourselves Matthew Fox. Matt Fox, the boy. Where's he at? There he is. Look at that. Scaring the crap out of me.
Now that's a college radio station.
I was going to say pirate radio.
Hey, Danny.
I'll take that too.
Hi, Danny.
Matt. How you doing?
You gonna?
Doing
Hi,
good.
Danny. How you doing, Danny?
I'm doing all right. How about yourself, sir?
I'd call that a
Anything good?
McDonald's empanada.
I love you.
So,
I love you too.
is it?
Hey, Ray,
so
how you
Matt
doing tonight?
Fox.
I just completely destroyed everything showing up with nuggets. Please go ahead.
No, I mean, so we brought you on, and like, this is a special episode for us. It's the last episode of the year. We have this beautiful dovetail, new beginnings with you, celebrating original beginnings with Dave and Corey.
I'm gonna cut you off. I'm cutting you off for a second because there was a miscommunication.
Okay,
What's this?
that's a double quarter pound. That's a Royale with cheese, sir. Oh no, that's a Big Mac. That's a double quarter pounder with cheese. Yes.
Thanks, Simon. Thanks.
Wait,
Where's my
whoa,
nuggets?
hold on. You said you wanted to toast with chicken nuggets. Are you telling me
Where are the
somehow that was
nuggets?
miscommunicated?
Where are the nuggets?
I got my nuggets right here.
These aren't nuggets.
This is ridiculous.
I've
What
got
is
my
that?
nuggets wrapped in
What
cord.
is this?
Corey, do you remember how long it took us to go off the rails the first episode?
3 minutes.
Okay, so we're not doing so bad today. Okay.
I'm
So
not
we're
gonna
gonna do it in
lie.
a half an
I'm
hour.
fine.
We
Sean
did our
started
best. We
talking
did our
about
best.
Whoa! How many did you get? You got a 20 piece? Shit.
Nice. All right, Simon, we have a toast here so we can raise our glasses and our nuggets. Matt, this is your first guest spot.
But
I think
got
you
my
should
mouth
read
full.
the
I gotta
toast.
say this?
Well, we
All
can
right.
wait. We'll just sit there and wait for you to finish, dude. Don't worry about it.
Oh no, you gotta work. You gotta get used to how I do things. Stir the eggnog, lift the toddy. Happy New Year, everybody.
Namaste, my
There you
friends.
go.
All right, hold on. We got a dip.
Is the dip the tap of the nuggy toasting world?
That was delicious. That was
Oh
like
yeah,
a,
the dip is the chink chink, right? It's
I think that was like a 12-year single barrel barbecue.
I
was delicious.
I got a cast strength. What sauce are you drinking? What sauce are you using?
I'm just going with the standard barbecue. I'm not getting crazy tonight.
I do half barbecue,
McDonald's IPA
half
barbecue.
sweet and sour.
I get
What do you got?
the Sam Adams Special Reserve barbecue sauce, only available
Holiday-
at
holiday
Northeastern
sauce.
McDonald's.
Holiday sauce.
Simon, can you do me a favor? Could you read that last comment for us?
Turn up that sauce. That
Sauce.
sauce?
Thank you,
Oh,
sir.
Nose.
well, Phil's got the sauce.
Hitting the
He's
sauce.
the
got
sauce
the
boss.
He's got the juice.
I'm still waiting to hear why Ray is hitting the sauce and not the sauce.
I'm going to be hitting the sauce. We like to, do things a little bit different. It can't be. Listen, you can't run the show the way you want, sir. Just because you have alcohol and you want to be like the special
Not
guy.
everyone's also a regular drinker, right?
It's like I
mean,
got on this program called the
Exactly.
Tech Bar. I just fundamentally misunderstood what we were all about at our core in the core values section.
Dalmore is a fantastic liquor, but there are bars at McDonald's. You can sit down and eat at the bar. You can have your sweet and sour. You can have whatever you want. That just seems kind of.
If I'm coming across as irritated, it's because I didn't get the memo and I don't have any nuggies.
You don't have
It's 'cause-
nuggies.
Whose
You
fault
don't
is
have a
that?
quarter pounder. All you got
know
is Matt Damon's beautiful sweater from when he got fished out of the ocean in the first movie. And but you do
I'm
have good
actually might-
taste in liquor
I might-
because again, Dalmore is really nice.
I might have some Dino Nuggies in the freezer. I'll have to go check in a minute.
Do it.
Oh well, those are the best. Those are the kinds you go to the Metropolitan Museum of Art and get in like their cafeteria.
Hey, Ray, do you approve? Ray, do you approve?
Do I approve what, sir?
Ranch.
Get the fuck off my screen.
All right, Ray, I'm sorry. I derailed you with my moment of drama with that quarter pounder,
No,
but they are delicious.
Listen, if there's one thing I understand from running this tech bar for 1.5, possibly 2.5 years, not really sure, it's that I've learned I have zero control of this show. So it's all good. I'm going to Simon, why don't you come on and just tell us what you want to do? Because I'm really not reading today.
Okay, so this isn't the first. So a memorable moment captured during the tech bar was the first time that you ever got introduced to Matt Fox. So we're gonna go ahead and remember this moment from 2 years ago. It was our Frozen episode with Jonathan
Mr.
Crow of
Crow,
Ninja
yeah.
One. So I'm gonna go.
It was you had Matt Fox on today that has the most epic handlebar mustache.
Mm-hmm.
Like I was this close to telling my wife, I'm gonna go throw you on some train tracks and tie you down, and then I realized it's my 7-year-old's still awake. Let's save that for later. So
Yeah, you should pull up a picture of him. He's awesome.
he's fantastic, dude.
But his title is creative director. He works at the MSP out of New York. And my big fear, so I've got Tom Wasson, who has been around the channel for a long time, and he's always on the chats too. And my big thing was like, are we gonna get Matt out there with his handlebar mustache and his flannel, and he's talking about branding out of New York City, and like, is everyone just gonna automatically hate him and start booing? Look at this guy.
That's amazing.
I mean,
look how
he
happy
belongs
he
in
is with his
Steamboat
mustache.
Willie, right? He belongs in a Steamboat Willie like animated series, like
I love
taking,
a baby. Oh my darling.
Princess
I mean,
Penelope.
This is why they made Photoshop. You can.
I love
I
my
have to
time,
do-
man.
But I love his game. What was that? Wario? Like, what was I fucking love it. No, dude. Like,
you put
that's
that.
epic.
You put him in a go kart and just watch him fucking go. It's amazing.
It's pretty fucking fantastic. I'm just saying, his stuff was awesome today. That's a nice little throwback there. Thanks to Phil and Simon for grabbing all the throwbacks, and we're gonna do that throughout today's episode. We're gonna throw back some of the previous like clips and show how awesome things were while I'm drinking from my Cyber Dream mug.
Kelvin, the mustache is there. You've just never asked me to wax it for you.
So, okay, so this is something I want to know, Matt. You don't have to give us the exact number because I understand like there may be like law enforcement listening, but is it less than 100 or more than 100? The number of people you've tied to train tracks over your lifetime?
I mean, are we talking standard trains? Are we talking like
like
vinyl
HO
or-
scale.
Yeah, HO, LGB. What are we talking about here? Are we talking about like
GB scale.
intercontinental
We don't need
railroads, Amtrak,
train
Conrail?
alphabet
Where are we
soup.
going? Catenary? I'll tie them up on the catenary rails. I don't care. They can go rails, wires, whatever it is.
Bridges.
That's
And
it.
derailed has happened.
That's the word.
I have tied people down to things that aren't even on the ground. It's crazy.
Castle Rock
Actually-
Sky would like to nominate the word derailed. for
Derailed.
I
2023.
That is
think
a good
that's
word.
a fantastic
That's
word.
like some strong bad death metal stuff
It's a
right
little
there.
bit of math.
Derailed.
Derailed. Do horse derail me? Well,
That's totally different.
that's it. That's an OnlyFans thing. It's like, never mind.
So
But
when
yeah,
you're running a
I
train,
really-
if you want to get derailed, we'll take a shot.
I have refrained from
remember.
tying people down the tracks for the past several years, though, Ray. That's really
I
kind
don't
of
want to
frowned
hear
upon
everybody's
on social
derailment
media.
stories.
I don't need to hear college stories. Jeez.
So all right, so I vote, and Danny back. You know, this has to be a quorum, right? We got 5 people here. I vote that this year we started doing a fourth extra word just for each episode. I think derailed should be the one for today's episode.
F
You
yeah.
good with that?
Awesome.
Yeah,
I'm
bidding
cheers,
for the
gentlemen.
new year.
Unanimous.
Bidding for the new year. That works.
Thanks, Matt, for derailing us.
And Keith brings up a very salient
Warming,
point. You have to be
derailing.
railed to be derailed.
I've been telling my kids it's very important to keep your rail for as long as you can for someone special.
Are we
When the time is right and there's emotional connection.
going to do a rail?
I mean, is this like when
Gossip and
one
Nugget.
train? I don't even want to say like a mommy train and a daddy train. When one train and another train love each other, and they make a baby
Where's the
train.
Where's the train tunnel gif? We need it right now.
Oh, come on. That's a terrible,
This
terrible.
is why.
GIF.
Ray, this is why you let us on once.
No. So hold on. I need to pause
The
this
wax
right now. There
mustache
is no
guy
way in
just
hell
said
I'm going to let
GIF.
it slide that we're calling it GIF. It
no
is.
one's calling it that.
GIF.
The guy who waxes
It
his
is a
face
GIF.
calls it that.
It's a
I'm
GIF.
just saying.
GIF.
It's
Completely
GIF.
derailed.
GIF.
Completely derailed.
Wait,
Matt
wait,
West
listen.
that shit.
How is it pronounced?
Like the peanut
GIF.
butter Skippy. GIF.
Yeah.
It's like a graphic format.
It's
Yeah.
it's a Jurassic. Yeah, it is GIF. Yeah, sorry, I misspoke.
Derail.
Tell your kids. Sorry, I'm trying to
I
read
heard that.
comments,
I
and
heard
this
it.
is like I've been derailed. We're getting honked at.
Reading comments while you're
Oh,
at the tech
you're
bar is like looking at your phone while you're talking to a friend.
I don't know who Mike
Ignore the
Powers is, but
comments
that's
and
solid too.
you got to be
Yes.
in the moment. You got to be in the moment.
So
All right,
Goots
Ray.
with
So we've
Gootsy,
shown a video
Cloudy
of who I
says
am.
hi. Simon, do you have a picture of Goots and Cloudy together? because
Jif with
Cloudy
the
and
nuts.
Goots are actually Biffles, if you didn't know that.
Goots and
Simon was like,
pants.
shit, I was not
Pants.
prepared for this at all.
Even though we told you to be prepared. There it is.
There you go.
Oh,
Ash loves the tech bar. Namaste.
namaste,
Goots,
bitches.
Cloudy, and
That's
Phil.
awesome.
Namaste, guys. Come
Namaste,
on.
motherfuckers. Yeah.
Namaste. Namaste.
And I am drinking. This is in my Cyber Drain mug, which is my blog. You can ask Kelvin; he runs it for me. This is my Cyber Drain mug,
You
and I
got
have some
like
Drew
Earl Grey in
Hacksworth.
there.
I actually have Drew Hacksworth beer glasses here somewhere, or pint glasses.
Dave, just come upstairs from the basement. Let's stop lying to everybody.
It's time. It's time we have an announcement, everybody.
Come upstairs, come out of the closet, get the wood.
So, but speaking of hiding, like, so,
That was awesome.
listen. I'm trying to keep this railed as much as possible.
It's not usually
so
we're
a
railing,
transition
baby.
either.
It's railing.
railing so hard. So
There's a town in Kansas called Newton that their high school team is called the Railers because it's a big railroad hub, and all their shirts are the Railers.
A lot of teen pregnancy.
sponsored
there.
by Pornhub.
Just so you know,
like the Miami Arena was going to get sponsored by Pornhub too. No, was it Pornhub?
Yeah,
It was
that would've been-
Bang
no,
Bus,
It's
right?
FTX. It's the same thing.
Bang bus.
Bang
FTX
Bus.
will fuck you harder than anything else could.
So speaking of hiding, Matt. So Matt, this is the first time that like you come on as a guest, and you do look like you may be putting together. You got some Kaczynski vibes going on in your background,
You got the original G going on.
like Sesame Street G.
Dude's a total G.
It's not a G, it's a G and a J together.
Ooh, good job. So you have
What is
both.
that?
You have both pronunciations represented on
That's
your
a they
shirt
them
right
shirt.
now.
That's a they them shirt.
Is it a GIF or a GIF? It doesn't matter. It's all the same thing on Matt's shirt.
It's a Glassjaw shirt, and I'm a little disappointed that no one else on the stream knows who they are.
I don't even know what that means.
He's
And
a
that's
pretty
the
hipster.
letter. What do you expect?
Ray, what are we doing today? Were we going to talk about some stuff or what? What's going on?
I mean, so I was going to ask you, like, you have this all nice background, and we were going to do this whole thing where we ask and get to know you, and then the person that's supposed to run that segment just went to go refill. So now this is called vamping. This is where we take yes, it's like Little Shop of Horrors, but different. So
I
give
can
me some
play it too,
background on your
real
background. What's behind there besides the obvious bomb making materials?
More bomb making materials.
What's in?
It's a bar oscilloscope.
Is that a
is what that
lizard or a
is.
snake in your thing right there, dude?
Where?
Right behind your back. You got a lizard or a snake in there. What's in there?
Neither. That's an aquarium. It's got water in it. Snakes don't swim. What's wrong with you?
Yeah, they do.
I
Water
definitely,
swim.
I definitely grew up in a state where snakes swam and bit you in the ass and killed you.
What?
Yes.
Yes.
That happens
No.
in Florida
The
too.
Australians will tell
Oh
you
no, this
snakes.
this is a tank I've had since like 1998. It's mostly plants at this point. I do a lot of really dense growing stuff. That's
Oh
all
my
it
God,
is. It's nothing
Cross,
terribly
I've never
interesting.
seen anybody grow marijuana underwater. That is awesome.
Bro, water weed's crazy. It'll get you blazed and soaked at the same time.
Water weeds.
You just straight bong right out of that, man. That's
just-
fantastic.
And
You
yes,
bong right out of the
Where's your bong? Just show us the bong. Just do it.
I like how everyone in the chat's talking about my shrimp right now. Everyone knows about the shrimp gang.
Right.
Snakes. Phil knows. Snakes.
The shrimp
swim.
don't show up, but everyone
we
sees
haven't-
the shrimp.
We haven't
Everyone
played
knows about
bong
the
or
shrimp.
dildo in a long time. I think it's time.
I mean, it depends on the flange base. Absolutely.
For safety. For safety.
No, but realistically, what do I have back here? I've got a ton of stuff back here. I've got a Synology with a bunch of stuff on it. I got a copy of Slackware Linux from 1996.
Look at this guy storing shit on his Synology.
I'm gonna give that. I think
Oh.
I should give Slagle that copy of Linux just because it's so damn old. I think he'd love that.
I don't think he knows anything about Linux, so that would
I got.
work.
I
Did
got.
the guy in flannel just say he has vintage Linux ISOs? Is that what just happened?
The guy in the flannels has been indicted by the federal fucking government. Yes, he knows a couple things.
Oh, speaking of Crosby, we might have to kick Ashley out of the. We might have to kick
I
Ashley
would
out 'cause
rather.
Crosby's
I'd rather Cross took Ashley's spot, frankly,
Yeah,
so I can
do
talk
that.
to him.
We've got
What
all the
no one
important
knows
topics
is-
on this bookshelf.
Is
Literally,
Matthew
everything
is
on the
actually
board.
in Dave's basement, all the way on the other side of the room there. So
Hey, Dave and Corey, you broke another record. This was the quickest refill I had to do. In a tech. So that's for you guys.
If you're under
So-
duress,
And I got
blink
mine.
3
See you in June.
times.
see you in June at Casa Bonita, or as Dave says,
Casa Bonita.
Bonita. ass up.
So yeah, Corey and Dave, thank you for coming on, guys. We're gonna kick you
Yeah,
out of the
just
green
like
room.
that. Just like that.
Hard pivot,
Just
excellent.
like
Yeah,
that.
I mean,
Unbelievable.
Holy
you ain't
get
got to
the
go
fuck
home.
out.
Thank
You
you
got to
for
get the hell
all
out
your
of here,
years
man.
of service. Thank you
I
for
know.
your years of service.
It's
Fired.
either 1.5
Just like-
or 2.5 years.
It-
It's
Way
you've
to-
done some
gone.
service.
Way to get us derailed.
Thank you for
Unbelievable.
servicing the tech bar. So I'm toasting with an empty glass. This is
See you next
You
year,
guys
Ray.
are the OOGs.
Love-
later, gentlemen. All right, Danny. We have this whole thing. I don't know what the fuck we're doing. What are we doing, Danny?
We got some talking points here with Matt Fox.
Talk to me.
So got here that marketing guy who is a bit out there, huh? Care to go
I
into
guess.
that?
Am I? I don't know.
I don't know. Simon.
You're definitely the most laid back and relaxed I've ever seen any guest ever. I
Me?
want to give you that credit. Yeah.
I think it's I don't think I'm a guest. I think that's really what it is. You know,
Oh,
Think about it.
okay.
it's a little
Would you
hard
like to
be
expand on that?
Oh, huh.
I want to give you that pleasure. I think that's something that you've been waiting to do for maybe 8 months now.
Oh, is it? It feels like so much longer.
2.5 years.
It's been either 1.5 or 2.5 years. It's
And
definitely
now I'm gonna
So-
take it away from Ray. So guess what, guys? No, just kidding. Go ahead, Ray.
yeah. So that's cool. So
Hey,
I will
Danny,
Simon the
Danny,
fuck out of you.
Danny, check this out. Bye-bye.
Oh. No, run, guy!
I've been bamboozled. This is why I don't give out admin as often. So the reason Matt is able to do that is because this is the official announcement. He is taking over MMN starting next Monday.
That's
Tuesday.
it. First thing we're gonna
Monday.
do is change the abbreviation to LMN.
It really should have been M&M. Like somebody said it immediately after I registered it, and I'm like, fuck. That would have been so much easier to say.
Oh, it's gonna. I'm excited. You know, this is something you and I have been talking about for a very long time, almost on a daily basis. And you know, I've got the time in publishing at magazines and doing all the digital media work at different places. And between that and the experience in IT and working at an MSP for the past 7 years, I think it's a perfect storm in a good way. You know, it's not a perfect storm that's going to lead to power outages, but a lot of exciting things in the near future. And Elle Copeland is exactly right with that. In fact, you know what? Hold on a second. Just because she left a comment, I'm going to show her that. Elle, your keyboard's done. It's just sitting underneath my desk. I'm going to have to get that to you pretty soon.
So
Gorgeous.
you have an unhealthy obsession with these keyboards.
I've got an unhealthy obsession with small electronics that I can take apart and make better. That's really what it is.
I like so I know this is the running thing between you and me, but to this point, can you tell me how many boards you've built up to this date?
Like within this year, probably 80 or 90. You know, I would say, oh, I'm so cute. And, you know, over, gosh, I've probably done another 50 or 60 over the years. There was a long gap between building of the boards and other stuff. But, you know, I decided to start building them again for myself. And it just kind of became an obsession again. It's like getting back on nicotine or something. Like you don't really mean to do it. It just kind of happens. And all of a sudden you turn around, there's like, you know, thousands of dollars worth of boards in your closet.
That is absolutely amazing. I
That
say
is
this.
cool.
Yeah.
I have
And how
fun
long
with
do
it.
how long do these boards take to do each one after you have the parts?
It depends. Like the split that's up on the screen. Oh, hon, the board that's on there right now probably took an hour. That one probably took an hour too. That was just a quick upgrade from a decent board to begin with. And you know, some of them do take a long time. Like the one I worked on over the weekend was probably 10, 12 hours worth of time. And I think some of you guys in the chat saw it coming together and actually just finished a new colorway for that one. So this is 1/2 of that board.
So pretty.
Yeah, they are
So
pretty. They are pretty.
Steven brings up a good point. He says, I don't think it's how many boards he's built, but how many people he's converted to building their own board.
That's a lot. That's a lot of people. Everyone, you know, it's almost like there's these different stages that people go through where they see a board and they're just like, that thing's ridiculous. It makes no sense. You know, and then there's another stage of just almost anger that board exists. Like, why would a board exist that doesn't have numbers or special characters or this or that? And then there comes this stage of curiosity where people are like, okay, you're using it, you're typing, you're, being really witty and kind of trash talking me as I ask you about these boards. So clearly you have to be able to type on this thing. And then the fourth stage is like, okay, can you make me one? Or, oh, how do I make one of these for myself? It happens. I mean, we saw it happen in Slack a couple of months ago, and I showed that little tiny keyboard, and everyone's like, "You're nuts!" And then 2 days later, everyone's like, "Hey, can you show me how to build that?" It's what happens.
So, and that leads us into one of the very first things you already implemented at MMN, which even though you hadn't started at MMN yet, you've had your tentacles and giving us advice, and my ear and Simon's ear and Dana's ear and Phil and all that, was the creation. We have MMN Discord, LMNOP Discord, and we added a hobbies channel because we have hobbies, and your shrimp house and your tech board, your keyboards, and your million other hobbies. So you wanted a space to like talk hobbies and stuff, and I thought it was a great idea. So you've been sharing like board builds and got me into soldering again, and I have my little solder kits here.
I'm not going to be happy until at least 50% of the channel has like burnt fingertips.
I mean, that seems reasonable. Not unrelated to soldering, it seems reasonable. So we have Kelvin with his wiseness, because he's got the Viking beard and he's a most valuable person in many ways. He brings up this comment that we need a Goots board. Now, for those that don't know what a Goots is, we have brought on an expert in Gootsness.
Gootsology, yes.
Yes, Gootsology, exactly. We Miss Ashley Cooper. How you doing, Ashley?
I wasn't ready to be on yet. Hi.
That's how we do things. We wait till you're unready and then unready. We wait till you're unready.
Ashley's getting a keyboard with
I'm not ready. You're ready.
Ashley's getting a keyboard with a Canadian maple leaf on it pretty soon.
Go Maple Leafs.
That's awesome.
Ray,
it automatically forces everybody to put U's into their sentences.
Every time she tries to write buddy, it actually says guy or pal. It completely messes it up.
So Ashley, can you? I don't think we've ever had like a Goots-centered conversation on Tech Bar. Can you fill in the group on what Goots is? I gotta stop drinking this thing.
I don't even remember like when it started. It was like earlier on in the year, but it was just a meme that was posted on Twitter that was like just this big stupid fat goose of a meme, and everybody just like, I found it really funny, and everybody else also found it really funny, and I thought that was like the best description of our community, was like finding this meme really funny. And so now we've officially brought him on as our official.
He's the official MSP
mascot.
Geek mascot.
Yeah.
I love it. I love it.
And so
and it's
I
like
went to some random store and I found this little, I think that this is meant to be like the one from like that knife game or something. But I found him at the store and I was like, he's just needs to be a little bit fatter, but I'm going to bring him everywhere I go. And I have, and he's become quite a celebrity now. So
that's the one that you see in people holding at like events and photos and stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, that's I was talking with Tom Watson, the other day, and I had mentioned that you sent me that photo, and it was the funniest thing. The look of surprise on his face, like, why am I holding this right now? Was so good.
That was most people. So like Gary Pika was actually the funniest one because it was like later in the evening and he was talking to somebody else, and I like ran up behind him and I like popped my hands on his shoulders and I was like, Gary, and he's like, what? And then I'm like, hold this, and he's like, okay, and then I'm like, smile, and I just took his picture and then I ran away again. No explanations whatsoever.
Oh my god, if it's so easy to go to one of these conferences and have people hold random things, we got to come up with better stuff than stuffed animals.
I don't know, I just like at DattoCon I just really wanted to like make him go viral, and I did actually, but not for that TikTok. It was the other one, the one where I had like the CN Tower in the background. But
so how much did the him showing up on the IT Nation Connect Tech Bar Live, how much did that help for Goots?
Oh, he's such a celebrity now. I love it.
I mean, Simon, can you bring up that TikTok? Yeah, there you go.
It's just like some people really played with it. I loved it.
There's Tom Lawrence. You got Jason and Tony, Dustin,
I told
aka
Tony
Alex,
to do Meg.
Mr. Tacklar, Spooner. That's awesome. Oh wow.
Yeah.
That's a lot of Alex. That's awesome. So did everybody know who Goots was in these pictures?
A lot of people did. I actually, like, on the third day had people coming up to me, like, there's Gary. It's so funny. He's like, "What am I doing?" I had people coming up to me being like, "Why didn't you ask me to take my picture with the goose?" And then I had the one, I think it was he had said to somebody else. So I heard about this after the fact. He walked up to somebody and he was like, "I got my picture taken with the goose."
He's got his only Goots. He's got we've got Goots variations
Only
of
Goots.
like most vendors and people. It's an amazing thing. I love it.
Hey, just
So-
really quickly, not to take up too much time, but you keep talking about surprises, and I wanted to quickly surprise both Simon and Steven from OIT
Oh.
with a little something that we're going to build, because we were talking about keyboards. These little macro pads came from a guy named Andre off of Etsy in Wisconsin, and he builds them on his own. He fabricates them, and they're awesome. And I just wanted them to know that as soon as I'm there, we're going to get these planned. We're going to build, and we're going to build some production controls to help us improve the way that we do what we do on Tech Bar.
Ooh, look at
Get
you
ready.
bringing the heat to MMN.
I'm going to be Mr. Wizard to this place sooner or later. Just wait.
And we are going to have video and live streams of absolutely everything you could freaking imagine.
I'm going to be freezing apples with like liquid nitrogen.
You're going to be Bill Nye the Science Guy for the tech space.
Yeah, you know, what that was interesting watching him as a kid. All I remember him apples, but I digress.
And Matt's official title at MMN is creative director. I know I didn't say that. I should probably, add some clarity to that before I, drink too much more chicken nuggies. So we want to learn more about Matt. Ash, you've been on this on Tech Bar a few
and
times.
You've done this before. Yep.
You're a Tech Bar. I don't even want to say alum. What is it when somebody is already
always
when
the
they've
bridesmaid, never the bride?
Oh, what's the term for when someone goes back into jail? They're
recidivism.
Thank you, recidivism. That was one of the words recently, right?
Yeah, no, I was thinking emeritus, but okay, that works too.
If we count number of
con.
appearances overall, I think that that Gavin might actually have me beat.
Yes, well, because Gavin, is always here in heart. He's been on every Tech Bar at IT Nation Connect.
He's been on everyone I've been on.
That's true. Been on. He was on the one with the Martin announcement. Actually, so were you though. So, okay. So, but we want to get to know you guys on an even deeper level. Danny has a series of questions he wants to ask you to get to know you right here in the heart, at the heart of the Goots. What do you say, Danny?
I said, let's do it. I'm gonna go around a little bit on these because Ashley, I know you have played this before, so I'm hoping to get a question that you haven't done yet. So lightning round. Here we go. Quick question, quick answers. That's how it's gonna work. So dark chocolate or milk chocolate?
Call it out. milk chocolate.
Milk. Okay. Matt.
Ooh. I would have to go with dark chocolate. I'm the chillest person in the channel. It's already been established. Wasn't that already said 5 minutes ago? You're not going to get that fast from me. Come on.
The correct answer is whatever chocolate's available.
Bam. I love it.
All right. Favorite childhood TV show?
Oh, Mask.
Ghost Rider.
See. Ghost Rider? Like Rider?
Yeah, like that was on PBS or WLNI.
I do remember that.
Like
That's what I'm saying. Because I first thought of like that Marvel show that they did Ghost Rider was in it, and
Nick Cage came to mind and the whole deal. I get it.
Yeah. All right. This is one that we changed a little bit because everybody picked the same one, and it mostly because it was creepy. So flying or super strength? Your superpower.
Oh, flying.
Flying.
That's what I would do. Yeah, see, flying's gonna win all the time now that we made this change. I'm telling you. All right, Ray, you want to pick one?
No, go ahead.
All right, good. All right, this is the one that. Okay, here we go. Last song you listened to. Very simple.
Oh, Dang.
That's not simple.
No, it's not that. I'm trying to think if I should say it out loud.
Just say it.
It's just a song from The Locust, but the song's name is entirely too long and offensive. But it's a beautiful song.
I was like looking at my history. Something down tempo and lo-fi while I was working. I don't know.
Yep, I did the
Something
same thing
down
actually.
tempo and
Wonderwall was the
lo-fi.
last song I listened to.
Wait,
Apparently.
Oasis is the last thing you listened to?
Yeah, I know.
Anyway, here's
For
what
real?
That's
I
the
mean-
problem. Is one of those radio things that you go, "Hey, 90s rock," and then somebody puts it in there, and you hear it, and you're like, "Okay, I heard it," and that's it. It is what it is.
I'm sorry.
All right, all right. So you know what? Holiday season, favorite holiday.
Arbor Day, and the last song I listened to is called Recyclable Body Fluids in Human Form.
I was going to say Arbor Day.
You were probably going to say Recyclable Body Fluids in Human Form as being the last song you listened to as well.
I wasn't going to say it.
You knew it though.
So, do you see this? We have guest questions for lightning round.
Oh,
We
Ooh.
so Ashley, Jedi or Sith?
Sith.
Ooh, neither.
Matt?
Neither. I could care
Yeah,
less about
you-
Star Wars. I'm sorry.
You're allowed to not pick.
Yeah, hey,
So,
look, if someone's going to
this
ask
is
me
the,
Star
no,
Wars
no,
versus
no, no.
anything,
Be with us starting next year. I'm sorry. It was great knowing you.
Matt. It's either A or B. You can't do neither.
bro.
You gotta
See,
pick one.
But
See,
hold on. I feel like
see.
if you're a true
Howard
Star
the
Wars,
Duck.
See your way out of it.
Howard the Duck is better than Star Wars or the Star Treks, whatever it is.
okay, I feel like if you're a real Star Wars fan, you look at that and you say only a Sith deals in absolutes. Personally, but you know, I'd probably go Sith too. Honestly, like, fuck it. It just looks
It's a
like
lot
more
of work
fun.
to be a Jedi.
Ooh.
It's a lot
All
of
right,
work.
Ashley, this one's for you. I saw one up there. I saw one of the comments from Kelvin. Beards or mustaches?
Oh,
Keep in
Not
mind,
both.
everyone here has a beard. Just letting you know. So
I
there
think
is a
that
wrong
beards
answer.
can include mustaches, so I'm gonna
right. That's
go
not
beard.
a. Yeah.
Would you say Matt has a beard or a mustache right now?
He has both.
I say that his beard incorporates a mustache because there is, even though there's some that's longer, there's other pieces that are like connecting, like when you're like filling in color in MS
Integrations,
Paint,
yes.
and you're and if I were to like change the color, it would change the whole color. That's my final
I
answer.
didn't follow that at all. What was that?
Yeah, you lost me.
You know how when you're like filling in a color, if it touches like another like piece of, never mind.
Oh, and then
It's
like you're
if
talking about like
using,
watercolors,
the,
right?
the
Like
color bucket in Photoshop or something like that, and it touches something that's okay. Yeah, that makes sense. So yeah, if you were to hit this with red, the whole thing would turn red. That makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
All right.
Wow.
All right. Simon wants to go to the next game. But before we do, I have one more question. It's the last one. Favorite sauce?
Oh, sweet and sour, man. Sweet
Plum.
and sour,
Right.
barbecue, anything that doesn't contain like buttermilk and dill is good by me.
Should you tell your stupid ranch tooth to shut up?
You know what? Danny's got he's got big ranch in his pockets. That's what it is.
I love ranch.
Big ranch.
All right. So
Yeah.
I'm told we actually have a game for mustaches.
Oh.
Simon, you want to come on and tell us what the hell we're doing here?
Yeah, so we're gonna be doing Rate That Film, but this is gonna be the mustache / beard edition. So it's gonna be based on movies or shows that have just epic mustaches overall, like characters with epic mustaches overall.
And we're rating these in the number of sweet and sour sauces that they would get. Is that the rating system?
Yeah,
Non-standard measurements.
it could be. It could. I mean, it was gonna be Rotten Tomatoes, but this could be Rotten Sauces or Rotten Chicken
Yeah,
Nuggets.
And measurement and sauces sounds great. We'll just pretend it's part of the metric system.
I mean, if it's rotten sauces, that's ranch. I mean, that's what that is, right?
Ooh.
I mean,
So we're gonna rate it from sweet and sour is the top one. Barbecue has to be number 2, right? And then honey mustard the third one, or what would be the third one? Ranch? Like the
No,
least
ranch is
favorite?
one on mine.
Plum.
I think we should just rate it out of like, what are these, out of 100?
Yeah, so this is based out of 0 to 100%.
All right, a
so
relative
0 to
scale.
100
Perfect.
sweet and sours. Okay.
Okay, so we have Miami Vice, Inglorious Bastards, the Quentin Tarantino one, and then Gangs of New York.
So is the
Was
idea
there a
to rank these to
non-Quentin
say
Tarantino Gangs, Inglorious Bastards?
I think the very original, which was like in 19 something, and then he made a
I did
remake
not know
of
that.
it. Yeah. And
Did
look
you
at
know that
me
Adam
stating the
Sandler was
facts. I did my
originally going to be
research.
in Inglorious Bastards?
He was.
Adam
Oh yeah,
Sandler
it
was
was in
going to be.
1978.
Yeah, and then Eli Roth took the spot that Adam Sandler was originally going to be in.
Oh wow.
Mhm.
Huh. Ain't that some shit? Okay. Learn something new every day.
So
All
now
right,
we've got these
so-
three. Yeah, sorry, don't go ahead, Simon. What are we doing here?
So out of these three movies, which one is the top rated, sauce rated, and then which one is the least favorite for everyone? Miami Vice, Inglourious Bastards, and then Gangs of New York. Which I must point out, epic mustache on the Gangs of New York,
Well,
the guy on the right.
Yeah, and I've
The
been
guy on
kicked
the
out
right.
of
What's that guy's name?
Daniel
I
Day
have
Lewis.
the-
No,
I've been
Thanks, Simon.
kicked.
Appreciate it.
Oh,
Oh my god, I was actually
He
gonna say
wasn't gonna
Cameron
know. He
Diaz, so
wasn't
I'm
gonna
glad
didn't
that
specify.
Matthew. I'm glad that Matt responded because I was gonna say something stupid.
I got kicked out of a diner on Long Island once for snapping a milkshake out of a friend's hand, just going, "I drink your milkshake," and they didn't like it. So that's whenever I see him, I always think about that moment.
All right, so which one's the top movie out of this one? Matt, what do you
Gangs of New
say?
York. Gangs of New York, no question.
Mhm.
That's an amazing, amazing movie. And there's lots of blood and butchery and stuff like that, and great mustaches. And you got to think, man, it's kind of crazy to keep a mustache that long when everyone's doing all this gross, sick New York stuff at that time of, in the time of history. Inglorious Bastards was great too, and Miami Vice wasn't a film; that was a television show. Unless you're talking
That's
about Will
exactly
Smith
what I
whoever.
was gonna say.
Well, there's
So-
Colin
Starty
Farrell.
Fugazi.
Yeah. So what's
So
going
is
on?
that
I
a
feel like you're
given
rigging
because you know
things.
that
But that's not.
you know that
that's
Miami
not the
Vice couldn't
poster
have been
we're
rated
seeing.
as a film? Is that like a gimme there then?
Yeah, if Miami Vice the film, I mean, it wasn't that great. That was on with Jamie Foxx and what's his name from SWAT, right?
Yeah,
Colin
Colin
Farrell.
Farrell.
Colin
Yeah,
Farrell.
no, that's
but,
like that's not even getting any sweet and sour sauce.
Excuse
but
It's
he's
me,
giving us. He's giving us
it's like
the
a ketchup
poster.
packet.
We need to
He's
clear
giving us the
something up here.
poster.
Colin Farrell wasn't from SWAT. He was from Scrubs. Let's be real clear.
What?
All right. He was on Scrubs. He was a freaking guest on Scrubs.
He was, he was a guest when
Nobody
I went. I
remembers
was
him.
in I went to go see Regis and Kelly years ago, and he was one of the guests, and I stared him down. He didn't appreciate it. I was in the front row. Him and Gelman. Gelman didn't like me that much either. Anyways,
Okay, we have Steven saying Gangs, Inglourious Bastards, and then Miami Vice with the lowest sauce rating. Ash, what do you say? What's the top movie or show from out of these three?
I'm gonna be completely honest with you all right now and say I haven't seen any of these.
Oh, we're on the same boat.
Gangs of New York came out right before the period of time where I saw literally every movie that came out. But I did not see that one, and I never saw Inglourious Bastards because I decided it looked too silly and aggressive for me at the time. And then, yeah, that's the TV show of Miami Vice. So,
Inglorious
based on the-
Bastards.
no,
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say based on the posters, we'll go with Gangs of New York for the ultimate sauciness.
Inglorious Bastards is definitely a movie to watch just to hear. I think it's Brad Pitt who says "Buongiorno" at one point. He just says it so ridiculously well that it's worth watching the movie just for that one moment.
I heard the funny story about how he actually ended up getting cast in that movie, and like Tarantino need to get him drunk and have him write it on a piece of paper in order for him to agree or something like that.
That's a pretty
he was
standard
like,
employment
"No."
agreement.
He's like, no, I'm not going to do this. I'm afraid it's going to tarnish my image, and he literally just liquored him up to get him to agree or something.
That worked.
That's funny.
I mean, it's not the worst thing I've done while liquored up. So, I mean, it's not- there was that one time. I don't know.
so
I'm thinking Gangs is higher than I actually haven't seen Inglourious Bastards. I feel bad. I'm thinking Gangs is rated higher though, because Gangs is freaking awesome.
It's Daniel Day Lewis. I mean, come on, it's gonna have a high rating.
Gangs
no
of New
matter what.
York was amazing. That was
And it's a guy that couldn't stay on a door on the water, and he fought a bear. I mean,
check it out.
Gangs
If Daniel Day-Lewis was in Airheads, it probably would have gotten an Oscar.
Or Idiocracy, absolutely would
Yes.
Okay, so we're all going with Gangs of New York is the top one. So we have Miami Vice coming in with 71% sweet and sours. Then we have Gangs of New York with 72% sweet and sours. And then we have Inglourious Basterds with 89%.
Wow.
Sweet
This
and
game
sour.
never makes any sense at all.
No, it
We're gonna-
absolutely does. When did Inglourious Basterds come out, and when did Gangs?
I
of
think
New
it was
York
like 2009 or something like that.
Gangs of New York was
Ashley, would you
just-
like to expand on this statement that you put in the chat?
I was very in love with him after that movie.
That's fair. That's fair. He was the Ryan Reynolds of the time, sort of.
Yeah,
So I get it. So all right, Simon, which one's the next one, dude?
All right, so we have another
How
round.
do you bring
We
on
have
the one with the beard or the one with the mustache, and that one doesn't win?
And Tom Cruise? Are you going for Goose, who's not even in the poster? Is that what you're trying to do here? Like, I don't even understand.
That's
Like,
what I
how is his
think.
mustache?
not Tom Cruise is not the one with the mustache. There's someone in that movie with a mustache.
Someone, I know that. Goose. I just said it. Goose. Goose.
Okay,
Goose.
Goose.
No, Goose.
So,
Top
um,
Gun remake.
we
I
have
have the need for
Bronson.
speed, so
Can we
Bronson.
get the song remade with Goots?
yes, we can make that happen. Phil, make that happen.
This is a tough one. I mean, if you've never seen Bronson, you should, because it's an amazing movie.
Can you
Matt
fill me in on
Hardy's
what that is? I've never seen it.
it's kind of like based on a true story. He's this dude that's been in jail for like forever, and he was just an absolute badass. And it's a trippy movie to watch. I watched it with the flu like 4 or 5 years ago, and I have to watch it again because it was just. You ever been like sick enough that everything seems really interesting no matter what it is? This movie was probably like the equivalent of most people watching like the Yellow Submarine for the first time. Like, I lost it. I loved it. But then again, it's not a very big film. I don't think it's one that a lot of people know as well as Pulp Fiction or Top Gun, and for that reason, I don't think it's going to have the same level of rating. I don't even think it was in theaters here in the U.S. So it's going to be Top Gun, Pulp Fiction, Bronson.
Ashley, have you seen any of these?
I've not seen Bronson, but I'll go
Okay.
Top Gun, Pulp Fiction, and then by default.
Yeah, I have not
It's
seen
on
Bronson
Amazon.
either, and I will still go Top Gun, Bronson, Pulp Fiction. I do not like that movie. I think it's totally overrated. I think Reservoir Dogs was a better movie. Nobody believes me. That's it.
Okay,
So,
but Reservoir
Pulp Fiction,
Dogs wasn't on here though.
No, I know, but I'm just saying, like, everybody loves this movie so much, but like he made Reservoir Dogs before he made this, and Reservoir Dogs was.
Yeah, but Kaiser
I don't
Soze
think
beats both of them,
that
so that's not
You need to compare them. I think that you can love them both.
okay. But like, if you're gonna
That's
pick
true.
a movie to watch one night, you're absolutely measuring, right? You're absolutely
No, but
saying,
you
"I picked this
you
one,
can
not
love-
this one."
2 movies and then pick one night and pick another night.
Oh, I'm definitely polyamorous when it comes to film. Absolutely, yes. I mean, that's
I mean-
I do.
Ray's out
I
here
don't think I could choose
multiplexing.
between Pulp Fiction and Reservoir Dogs. I don't think that I could put a favorite. I think that I like them both for different reasons.
Okay, but if you were gonna watch one tonight
Yeah.
after the show, which one would you watch first?
Subconsciously, probably Pulp Fiction because it's staring me in the face.
Because Sam Jackson is, you know.
I would be all over
which,
Bronson
okay,
right
which
now.
makes sense because the mustache in the movie. You know, that makes sense.
I mean, I'm just all about the Royale with cheese. I think I'd probably,
Yeah.
honestly, I'd probably watch Usual Suspects, and then
Oh, yeah.
Confidence, and then Reservoir Dogs, and then Pulp Fiction.
Usual Suspects
Personally,
is
and then
my
or
number
maybe
one.
Kill Bill
Yeah.
before Pulp Fiction.
If I were to pick one.
Usual Suspects is your favorite?
Yeah.
Me too.
Yeah, that was a good movie.
Absolutely. Yeah. All right, Simon. So what is it here, man? What's
So we have
Top
coming
Gun
in
better be
last
number one.
with 58% Top Gun. Then we have Bronson with 76%, and then we have Pulp Fiction with 92%.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Whatever. All right, we're
Okay.
done with this game. We're done with
Yeah,
this
this is
game.
bullshit. This
All
is
right, guys,
bullshit.
this is
I don't want to
bullshit.
talk movies. I want to talk more people. Simon, do we have anybody that can
Yeah.
come on and like bring some like common sense to the show?
We actually do, and we have a very special clip that
Wait, hold
happened
on,
during
hold on.
our.
Did anybody notice he
Huh?
just did this to me? Did
No,
anybody
no.
catch that?
No, What happens at the bar stays at the bar. That's one of the rules. So look, we have a clip that happened during our St. Patrick's episode, and we have our very next special guest coming up. So I'm gonna play the clip, and then we're gonna bring them back up.
Great, thank you. Wait, am I with? Is that Mahatma Gandhi and Adolf Hitler that I'm with? What are you happy with? What are you?
Gandhi and Chaplin, like Charlie Chaplin.
Oh, I will not have anything to do with Charlie Chaplin. That's where I draw the line.
So I'm getting this on Discord. I'm getting an alternate interpretation. I think Aaron may have taken out Bruce Wayne's parents.
I'm Joe Chill. Bam. My fist is so furious, it was like gunshots. I broke the sound barrier when I chopped him. Bam. Wow.
He's like, I'm not Joe Cool. I'm Joe Chill. Wow. That is awesome. Ashley, I love your. Actually, we just watched. Speaking of like princesses and shit, we just saw Stardust last night. Have you guys seen that movie? No, it's with people. It's with Claire Danes. I know. I'm like really Siskel and Ebert.
It's got some humans in it.
It's got some humans. They do speaking parts. I believe
Words.
they pretend to be other people.
Emotions.
Yeah. There were some witches. No, it's got Michelle Pfeiffer. It's got whatchamacallit. It's got Claire Danes. It's very Princess Bride kind of movie. It's my wife's favorite movie. Watched it. It was freaking awesome. Thank you, Isaac. Somebody gets it.
First time I was on, you guys all had headbands, and I didn't get the headband memo. And now this time you said the memo was fancy, so I figured I could solve for both. And now I have a fancy headband. And look,
very nice.
I didn't put batteries in it, so I just have the demo tester light up. But I can make it light up.
Ashley, that's lit.
Nice.
That's lit. I'm almost tempted to take the soldering iron out and make one of those for myself right now.
And then all you have to do is add like my elf ears from Datacon, and I'm like proper.
And you're proper Lord of the Rings ready to go. I love it. All right. Well, Matt tries to solder something to his head. Ashley, thanks for coming on. We got some more guests. We got to keep rolling. We appreciate you. See you later. It looks exactly the same, Matt. Exactly the same.
Pretty much same thing.
Speaking of brightness, the man we're going to bring on now has the brightest smile in all of the channel. His eyebrows are on fleek. He's always in the yellow. He's my co-host on MSP Dispatch.
That's Tony. That's Tony. That's not Aaron. What? You said the brightest smile, but right on cue.
Aaron is dark. He is dark.
All right, Tony. So I guess
today.
Aaron is clearly in a dark mood.
Doing, brother?
Good, brother. Good. It's so good seeing you guys. Oh my gosh. Wow. Aaron is just, man, his humor is dark, but he is dark today.
I love it because normally he's got that like stand up, he's got the mic, he's got the backdrop, he's got the lights, he's gonna like sing us a song and like, lullaby us, into acquiescence. Like so I'd like to see him have a little bit of camera difficulty, like he's working to get here, like putting some effort. I appreciate that.
I definitely appreciate that. Just for the record, I'm actually dressed to mimic the picture from the MSP Dispatch show. You're like, hey, try this. Just for everyone, like Ray has this. I'm just gonna say it. I'm just gonna be clear about this. So I got this new thing, and I'm like, well, shit. Now I gotta get the new thing. First off, I don't know anybody who's actually gotten a personal email from Elon Musk saying, hey, listen, do you have a problem? I mean, because I know
it is not that bad.
But Jeff Bezos is like, shh, let him keep buying. He's Amazon's best customer right now. Amazon's best customer. Elon, shut up. So, like, dude, every time you do something, I'm like, I got to do that. So this one picture, that app that went crazy with everyone was the Lensa app. Hey, let's do this. So next thing you know, you got to find 10 selfies of yourself, and I take a pic. I'm like, yeah, let me just go find 10. And I zoom in, crop out pictures. The pictures it produced were awesome. Other than me,
your pictures were amazing. Like
your
pictures
came out of Duran.
Blue steel.
It was.
I think so. I don't remember who was Sobel or Carl Palachuk said, how do you get like the most handsome guy? And let's be honest, it's between you and Slusky, right? Or no, not. But how do you get the most handsome guy in the channel to be a little more handsome? You put him through the fucking Lens app. I do mine. I'm like, oh, I look like drunk Santa Claus, or I look like an astronaut. Fucking great. And then Tony comes out and he's like, hey there, how you doing? It's like, what the fuck? Actually, speaking of cool shit,
I have a funny feeling Tony started uploading the photos, and somewhere there was an AI just like, I don't know what to do with these.
Like, yeah,
I don't know what to do. How do you fix perfection? What am I going to upgrade on this thing?
First off,
ChatGPT.
Stop. For the record,
the freaking computer.
I have an
GPF
inability. There's 3 out of 4 of us here that have the ability to have one of those. What's it called? Oh yeah, man hair on your face. This is like 6 weeks of growth. There it is, right there.
Oh,
do you want the?
Oh my God! It's Mark Consuelo.
Oh, oh, you're making me sweat. Anyway, so
I feel like one of those should be like on a building in Mexico City, just like on the
my
side.
Duran Duran picture. That's
Oh my God, that looks like it should be in the lobby of a 1980s hotel.
I saw that painted. I saw that painted on the side of a building.
Oh my God!
People were rallying around to like go against
it was
the
for
government.
Like Tab Soda, right?
It's basically V for Vendetta, but T is for Tony.
Tab Soda. Oh my God, you're making me sweat. Oh, I love you guys.
Tony, I gotta tell you, I'm sorry, dude. I got one more toy, dude. I got the look on the desk. I got go over to the DJ equipment. I got go over to the side. Yeah, I got toys, bro.
You got toys, but I did get the computer that you have. I got that right there, right there, and it's awesome. Love it. Right? Yeah.
I like that. I like that because normally we're doing like, hey, Phil. and speaking of, okay, this is a very MMN centric show because we not only have Mr. Tony Francisco, who's co-host of MSP Dispatch, but who has also been Tony Francisco and Danny Laura have been on another show called 38 at 38, hosted by this guy.
Hey,
my man.
That guy.
Hey, ¿cómo estás? Hey, how you doing, papi?
Okay,
everyone be quiet. It's me and you, Danny. It's just me and you.
I'm only looking at you right now.
That's
only looking at you.
If you feel Aaron's cloth right now, it feels like boyfriend material. Just feel it.
Yeah, I wore this belt just for you. No,
that is sexy. And I like that you went full mustard on the blue purple velvet jacket.
Oh yeah, I don't play. I make my own rules. This is kind of like Michigan, right? Michigan State. Blue and gold.
Tony, I think Isaac is telling you have to get my PTZ camera. You have to buy one more thing. Sorry, dude.
Damn it!
Hey, Tony, I don't know. Did you see Kelvin real quick is asking for a new drinking word? He's saying poppy, huh? Or would you prefer, Tony, maybe Avast?
That's so not Mexican. Poppy is too Puerto Rican. That's it. Like if I went the other way, I got a other way. Like way. That's like you ain't getting.
Jefe. What about Jefe? Just go Jefe, boss.
Jefe.
Jefe? Yeah, Jefe. That's
legit.
That's
¿Qué onda count as one word? ¿Qué onda?
¿Qué onda? It's just kind of in Mexican. Yeah, that's it.
Órale pues.
Órale pues.
Hey,
¿Qué onda?
Can we go back to those beautiful, beautiful portraits of Tony? I'm wondering in the AI, how much did you guys have to like lower pouty lips, like less pouty? Dang,
I did it in real time with them on. I just kind of went through just random pictures and I cropped out like group pictures, and it takes it and it does magic. Absolutely magic. I actually print it out and put it in my face when I go in front of Kelly. I'm like, look at how attractive I am. Look.
That's very good.
It's like
it's doing Kelly disservice because nothing's more attractive than that mug right there. All right.
You guys are okay.
He just
hold on just a second. Hold on.
Are you blushing?
Stay. I'm sorry. Down.
Tony just said you guys are too much. You guys stop.
Stop it.
What's up, Matt?
Hey man, we haven't talked in a couple of weeks from the first time we met. How are you?
Man. I'm doing great, man. How are you?
I was doing well, and then I saw that jacket and was like, damn. I just
no.
I need
All
me one of
right,
those.
man. Easy with the flirting. I'm right
Okay.
here, dude.
So
Matt
listen.
gets Danny gets very jealous of
Right.
the Aaron
Hot
relationship.
here. I mean, it's
So Matt said something earlier, and everyone just blew by it. Danny said on the lightning round, he said, "Hey, favorite holiday." And Danny said, and Matt said, "Hold up, I wrote it down." I laughed and wrote it down. He said, "Arbor Day," and the last song I listened to was "Recyclable Body Fluids in Human Form." And Ashley goes, "I was gonna say Arbor Day." Like no one, I laughed. Like no one's gonna talk about this. I was for sure. I for sure thought, I'm like, they're gonna mention it before they bring me on.
Damn it, Ray. Some of our guests take
Can we
notes
just
now.
imagine Aaron right there? I gotta write that down.
Hold on a second. Was like,
I
wait, Aaron, was Arbor Day something to do with one of the 38 jobs you've had?
No. Well, landscaping. Oh, close enough.
Yep.
Yeah, close enough.
Teaser.
Uh-oh.
We so I did find one more Lens app picture of Tony. Here we go. It's
Is there a resemblance?
Hashtag no filter.
That's gorgeous. Hashtag no filter.
That is my wife brought it up the first time Tony did. We were watching, so the way we do it, we record dispatch the day before, then Phil edits it and does all the stuff to make us look like semi-competent, which I appreciate, Phil, thank you. And then I watch the editorial version to give the final approval before I go. So we watch it at home and put it on the big TV, and Michelle goes, "He looks like handsome Squidward." and I Google it, and I'm like, I can't unsee it. So I think that's fucking amazing. I think that's awesome.
I miss you guys.
Minute.
Hey, not namaste, but what's the new word? There's a new word.
Derailed.
Derailed. This is derailed.
Derailed.
Oh. An entire year has gone by, you guys. I'm so excited about this, and a new year's coming. It's going to be an awesome one. And you know what I think, Ray? We should have a private one, but I think it's really applicable to this particular audience right here.
Hold on. Give me a second. You wanted some private time? What can I do for you, bro?
Oh, hi. Oh, yeah.
Hey, damn you, Ray! Give me my Danny.
Oh, it's getting weird now.
Whoa.
But
hold on, I do want to point out that I asked Danny if he was moving to Tampa for Tony or Aaron, and Danny would not commit to one or the other.
I understood.
So.
In the chat, I put both. Danny has to stay very political. I get it, but I know where your heart is.
But Danny,
yeah.
We're
going to be neighbors.
A lot. I just want to let you know that it's getting a little bit weird now. I just want to point that out. Hey, but you're on mute. You're on mute has to be one of the key words between us.
So Kelvin said that. Kelvin said it's got to be mute, and I'm like,
dude, you're on
the
mute.
best part is we've recorded 80 episodes of Dispatch, right? And so we see each other fairly fucking often at this point. And so we've recorded 80 episodes of Dispatch. The last episode we recorded, I'm talking, and he's like, "You're on mute," and he's keeping a straight fucking face, and I'm like, "Am I really?" And I wasn't on mute. He tricked me. He fucking tricked me. Because for the other 79 episodes, I was on mute every day.
All the time. Every time.
So great.
Sorry, I can't hear you. You're on mute.
I'm telling you guys, I watched every episode. I'm adding the outtakes was.
Oh, man.
That's why I think, Tony, Avast.
Avast.
Should be the word. One of the words.
Yeah. Oh, my favorite is like, because the way Restream works, you can't always talk when you're like in the green room. Like if I'm off camera, sometimes you can, sometimes you can't. I don't pay attention to it. I just talk. So Tony will be reading something and be like, "How do you pronounce this?" And I'm like, I'm answering him, but he can't hear me. And he'll be like, "Guys, help me." And I'm like, "I'm fucking saying it." And
Are we talking about Avast as in the antivirus?
Yes.
Oh, snap. Give me a minute.
It's the Rodeo Drive of antiviruses. It's
you have to pronounce it.
Yeah.
Wait, so
it's like
Tony,
Tarjay.
how do you pronounce that the spam filtering software that's kind of been making its rounds lately?
You're talking about Banana
Banana Man?
But I don't even. I listen. I I got to be honest with you. The last 2 weeks of my life, and we'll talk about it some other time, have been literally the busiest of my entire life. So somebody said to me like, "Hey, listen, I can't believe you haven't replied to this." I'm like, I haven't been doing anything. My pre-populated posts from like 6 months ago that are posting now that make it look like I'm still alive. If those weren't there, people would be like, Tony is dead. He's absolutely dead.
Drop dead gorgeous.
Oh, meow. Yes. And with that, I love that derailment. Hey, cheers.
Oh, cheers.
Mm-hmm. So you guys, this year has been absolutely incredible. And for those in the audience that are watching or have been watching or have not watched, and this is the first time, possibly the last time, you're watching an episode, you know, the MMN is amazing. The MSP Dispatch 38 at 38 is incredible. I mean, there's so many collective shows that are coming together. The cast, the back production crew is unparalleled. It's amazing. It actually looks professional, which is weird. Now, that being said, you have true registered alcoholics working in front of a microphone, and it looks pseudo live, and it comes out incredible. The outtakes, though, my personal opinion,
it's awesome. And I think that's like what I'm most excited for Matt to see, as he like, because Matt's always been on the outside with a little bit of teasers on the inside baseball stuff. I don't think Matt realizes the absolute shenanigans he's walking into.
There was that one episode where I think I filled in for Tony because he was at a show.
Oh, yeah, and
I started screaming about how I'm still waiting for Microsoft Longhorn, and like I lost my voice. As soon as I were done, I couldn't say anything for like another 2 hours. I kept screaming Longhorn. I can't wait. I can't wait to see how many magnitudes of magnitudes of orders of magnitude the bloopers and everything increase when I get there in 2023.
So you're saying we're gonna be worse in 2023? You're saying we're not having improved. Our bloopers are gonna be worse because
no, they're going to be improved bloopers. They're going to be bloopers that are educational, insightful, enlightening.
Okay, okay.
The education alone is huge. You guys,
let's put it this way. Go ahead. No.
I was going to say from the last few
I need
episodes.
To pause the show for a second here, because Phil is trying to move in on my Tony. You need to back the fuck up. Hey, take that comment back.
There's enough Tony to go around.
It's enough with
I'm in the
with freaking Simon being like, "Hi, Dad," and like Danny moving closer. Like that's some bullshit. I'm sorry, Tony. You were gonna say something like important or something.
No, the last few episodes, I've talked to multiple people about ChatGPT and giving demonstrations of it, writing actual HR letters that addressed actual employees that are unfortunately no longer going to be with the company, because I said this is not right what's happening, but I'm not the one to make the decision on how to talk or how to articulate the letter. Let's just write it out here. Coming up with actual code in ChatGPT, coming up with answers from people that are extremely well respected in the industry on how to do a Linux share in a Windows SMB environment. And ChatGPT does it just like that. And they're like, what the heck? But it was from that article that actually inspired so many other people reaching out to me privately and talking about the very things. And they're going back to old episodes to ask me more about, well, what about this? What about this? It is amazing. So I think this year has been kind of that, kind of the launch pad, for lack of a better term, of awareness of just a quick condensed version of something that has factual statistical information with that's usually responded like, here's the factual statistical stuff. And then the editorial starts off with, what the fuck? Oh, am I allowed to say that? Oh, I'm sorry. I don't even.
Yeah, you
there's
can
no
say
dolphins.
That. Yeah, you are here.
Yeah, there's no dolphins on this.
Yeah. Dolphins on this.
Dolphins when we're live.
That's another thing that's new. The dolphins.
What the fuck? But that show is incredible because of that. And this last 2 weeks alone have literally people have been, please, can you just talk to me about what you talked about on the show? I'm like, yeah, sure, no problem. And anyway, I'm really proud to be a part of this. And this next year, I'm really looking forward to. So Matthew, I'm excited and yet scared of your presence.
I'm psyched. I'm psyched about it. I'm really, really excited. And it's the first time I'm going to be doing anything that's publishing or editorial related for some time. And I'm excited about it. You know, I'm almost tempted to show you guys a photo of me when I used to work in magazines before any facial hair was even on my face, when I was a baby.
What type of magazines?
The kind you have to pay at least $4.95 a month for.
Exactly.
I mean, so okay, so that brings up a good point, because I want to Matt was very clear. He doesn't want to make the whole episode about him because he's that kind of guy that like.
Yeah, but I've already started,
other
so
people
stop
in
it.
in the limelight. No, but
Well, like I don't know what I should say. Like, hey Matt, that was beautiful, Tony. Hey Matt, it's gonna be cool knowing you, getting to know you. Like that was such. It almost seemed like it was planned out. It was beautiful.
Hold on, we're almost done.
No, it's whatchamacallit. It's absolutely one of the things I love is that, and I think Steven brought it up perfectly. Steven says, "Oh, I know Linux. I can do Linux shares." Is one of the most amazing things that's happened to me over the last 2 years is I've been able to hold on. Let me get you big screen. Yeah, go ahead. You do it, Simon. Is I've been able to bring on really awesome people so that I can just do the stupid shit.
Look at that! Look at that looker.
Yeah, he's a sexy boy, and he's
That's
gonna be
sexy.
doing
All right.
tech stuff, so it's gonna be fun.
So that's what I'm looking forward to. That Matt's going to be able to take over MMN, doing all like the hard shit and the cracking the whip and doing. So Tony and I and Aaron and like Danny, like we can just be the idiots we are.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Like,
yes, that sounds
let's be honest.
I love being someone that could be an individual that frees up resources for jackassery. I think that's fantastic.
I like that. I like that.
Unleash the jackass.
Put that on your LinkedIn right now. You put that on LinkedIn. That's
Director of jackassery.
Well, going back to what Matt said earlier, it's like you guys are growing when you're doing the show and you know it's not live, that it's pre-recorded and all this stuff. But a perfect example is the outtakes. So you guys did your outtakes, but as the outtakes move forward, you're already saying, "Oh, I messed up," put it in the outtake. And it's actually you saying putting it in the outtake is already going into it.
So okay, no, hold on. We
about.
actually don't tell Phil ever to put shit in the outtakes. Those are his and Simon's decisions. Absolutely. We have no input. Now we realize that when something fucks up,
especially on Avast. Go back to the Avast episode.
No, like we know when something goes wrong. Like Tony and I will get the same face. We're like, "Oh shit, that's gonna go in the outtakes." Because you know
that in. But they put that in because it's recorded.
Well, no, Phil has absolute autonomy on what goes in the outtakes. I don't ask him at all. I don't tell him.
Phil is like the dog under the table when you're eating and just sitting there, just waiting and scraps falling. And there's once in a while, Ray and I will just dump an entire plate. We're like, and Phil's like, nom, 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 nom. And we're like, there you go, Phil. Good job.
All right, then you know what? Being that we're saying things about Phil, I got to say that meeting Phil in the beginning of the pandemic was probably the best thing in the world because look what it led to.
Phil's awesome.
I met him after he did a music video about hanging out in a ball pit at McDonald's, and I sent him this thing with my Amazon Alexa device telling me I was going to have chicken nuggets for dinner, and that's how everything started with him.
Oh, that's a beautiful dovetail.
If it wasn't, it went back to chicken nuggets, man.
Oh.
So, and for those who don't know, like Phil has his history with us. So he did the music for Jurassic Sock. He did all the audio for that. He did the Tech Bar theme. He created that himself. And he was doing that as contractor because Matt had connected us before Phil joined the MMN team a couple months ago, probably half a year ago at this point. So Matt's been like building up MMN like from the sidelines. You have no idea. I know Matt's like, stop talking about me. I'm sorry, dude. You're awesome. My bad.
Puppet master. That's all.
While we're praising Phil, I do have to say Phil is freaking amazing, and I feel so bad for him because of me, because everything goes in. It's pre-recorded, but I'm like so I'll just go off on a tangent or say something dumb, and I'll say, Phil, you're keeping that in. And I know Phil's like, I just want to edit that, please. I'm like, no, all the dirtiness, all the mess, and no, he's absolutely great though. It's phenomenal.
Yeah.
Love him.
Hey guys, I'm going through the comments here, and Drew Hackworth. Tony is why I know I need to wash my ass if I'm ever involved in BJJ. I don't know how that one slipped by everyone, but what is happening in the comments?
I mean, but that is true. You do. You are the reason I know how to change the drain in the bathtub and to teach my children if I need to teach them. You're the reason I know that if I were ever to fight, regardless of how big and badass I think I am, I will get my ass kicked by someone that at least 300 pounds smaller than me.
Oh my God.
So,
and you also know in order to do Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, you have to be a minimum of 12% gay. You have to be at least 12 to 17%.
Oh my God, I forgot about that. Yes. Oh my God, that was the 12%. I forgot the 12%. Yeah, and it rises.
Minimum 12. Yeah, anything past 17% gets a little bit awkward.
Was the bad guy from John Wick 3 a Brazilian jiu-jitsu artist, or was that something else he did? I remember in the early 90s he had a movie that was like about martial arts, right?
Well, the Asian guy at the very end in
Mark Dukakis or something like that's his name?
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh, he did a movie about capoeira. That's what it was.
Capoeira.
Okay.
That's
Capoeira.
Brazilian.
Yeah.
And
Wait,
Brazilian
which
Jiu-Jitsu is
one?
kind of involved in all of John Wick's flicks, but it's an amazing sport.
I mean, I know Ashley's kidding about John Wick 9. I would absolutely fucking watch John Wick 9.
John Wick 9 is the one where we find out that Carrot Top's an assassin.
Right.
Okay. Running out of actors.
If Carrot Top was an assassin, would anybody be surprised at all? Like anybody?
Oh no, he's the Orange Death.
Real life.
I mean, especially
John
so
Wick
roided
9.
out. He's so like, Jesus. He's a terrifying dude.
He's
So
so
are the- is
beta
it John-
carotene and he's 6 feet in the ground. It's going to be ridiculous.
Is the John Wick franchise going to go the way of like the Fast and Furious franchise, where it's just far more ridiculous? Like every movie, just
You know
gets
why?
more
Okay,
ridiculous?
you know why it can't be though? Because I've never heard John Wick say, "I won because of family."
That's true. No, he's like, I won because of this dog.
No,
Yes.
I won because of
I
my
get it.
dog. Exactly. So what's
And my
more
car
ridiculous?
and my wife and friends. He's really not that much of a loner when you think about it, right? I mean, he's got like a big social network and everything.
He had like
Yeah,
500 friends
I mean-
on MySpace. It was something. It was impressive.
Right.
But that's a good point though. He's supposed to be this loner living by himself, completely isolated from the outside world. But everybody in the world knows who he is.
And
so,
they're all friendly and love him. And he's like,
right?
"Hey, it's a pleasure to meet you. Nice seeing you again." They're like, "Oh, John Wick, be careful." Like
he always has like one person willing to break the rules to help him out. Like,
and then all of his boys are out. They're like, "Sorry, John."
I just like
Then
John
he goes,
Wick, like Mark
Here's the
Rober.
coin. You owe me.
Yeah.
Damn it.
But Mark Rober became famous because someone stole a package off of his porch. So he's like, I will create an exploding package. And John Wick became famous because someone killed his dog. It's like, hey, this one thing kind of makes you in life, you know?
Find a dog on a front porch, kill it. Success.
and that brings
I
up a
got
good
a
point
movie.
though, right? Like, because you've seen like the feats, you've seen the stories where like the mom, like the adrenaline gets going, she got the incredible strength, she lifts up a car to save her baby. I'm like, I'm not the most athletic person in the world in my older age. I used to be more athletic, but I know if somebody threatened my Bella, who's right here, right there, I would absolutely go John Wick on some shit. As Elle said, dogs play a key. We'll do anything for dogs, and that's correct. Absolutely, I agree with Elle 100%.
I also am going to say that I feel like a moment of adrenaline is how the Kool-Aid Man managed to get through his first wall.
Oh, yeah. A little meth. Yeah.
That wasn't paid. That wasn't prepared. That just happened at the moment.
I like
one
to
of
think
these,
somebody
they
to
believe he can do it.
He got a
They
little
weren't
out of
adding
pocket.
sugar. They weren't adding sugar. It was another white powdery substance.
No.
Probably
Well,
happened
so,
there.
okay. So I'm thinking
The
somebody
80s
put some rum in the
were crazy.
Kool-Aid, right? And he went through a wall, and he was like, "Oh yeah," and he's like, "This is my superpower." And then like that's the origin story of like Marvel's Kool-Aid Man. I don't know. I assume he's a
I
Marvel
like it.
character at this point.
Yeah, he's going to be in MCU phase 6 or 7, I think, right?
Yeah. Deadpool 91. Yeah, he'll be there. He'll be there.
He busted into a bank or something, and then it was like, "Oh yeah," and it was like, "Oh," and then they caught that on camera, and then that's what they played
That
on.
became
the,
his thing, and that was it.
That's his thing. Oh yeah,
He's only done it once.
only done it.
So
once.
Drew
That we
Hacksworth,
know of.
and that's the proper name. It's Drew Hacksworth. He keeps misspelling it. Says
Oh, yeah.
not a movie I'm gonna take a minute to pimp a show. And he said this like on 3 different platforms, 3 different groups we're in. So I know he's really in love with this. Is he wants you to go see Alice in Borderland season 2 is out on Netflix.
Yeah.
So
Ray, I actually brought that up because after we watched Squid Games, Brady and I, we watched season 1 of Borderlands, Alice in Borderlands, and it was really good. And then the second season just came out now.
Oh,
But we
now I
haven't
need to
watched it
ask,
yet.
what is it? Let's just for everyone's edification, what is it?
Have you seen Squid Games?
Yeah.
Okay. So Alice in Borderlands, similar. Okay. Damn it. It's okay.
Wait,
it's
spoiler
obviously
alert.
Asian production. I'll keep it simple. Think of a city that is like the Hunger Games. I think that's as vague as I
Chicago.
could get.
Detroit. Wait, are we?
That's as vague
What?
as I could get. That's as vague as I'm going to get because I don't want to spoil it. But think
No,
of
but that's-
Hunger Games in a city.
Is
And
it all subtitles?
Only Yeah, well, we do the English dub because it's kind of funny, you know.
Oh.
'Cause you go back to Godzilla, you know, he's like, what are you doing?
Well, because
It's kind of funny, but still. But yeah, no. But you can do subtitles if you want. But that's as simple as I'm gonna keep it.
So South Central LA in the 90s. Got it.
Yeah.
Times
Except
Square,
this is
but
like
in the 70s.
probably a bigger Asian city because it's an Asian city, and you could tell.
Tokyo, but in the 70s.
No, bigger. Shanghai. Let's go Shanghai. Let's do that. It's a big city. It's
Moscow, Russia, Asia. Think about it.
For all the comments, where are all these comments coming from? There's so many comments coming in, you guys. How do you read them all?
I just got mesmerized by Aaron's
Kelvin,
listing of
it's
random words.
The Hunger Games for the adults. Hunger Games for the adults. Yeah, I mean,
Drew's saying
dude,
it's literally Tokyo.
Nobody's seen it. I'm trying to keep it very like.
It's literally Tokyo.
It is Tokyo.
Right.
Oh, it was Tokyo.
Okay, so now I got to watch.
Sorry, Drew. Not all of us have been to Tokyo.
Not all of us have seen Tokyo Drift.
Are you saying Drew noticed landmarks? He was like, "That's Tokyo."
He was like, "Hey, I've been to that deli before.
Yeah,
That's Tokyo."
Nice flex, Drew. We appreciate that.
Drew knows about Beaver, West Virginia. He knows all about everywhere. So yeah, Drew's geographically brilliant. Just so you know.
Is Jason Slagle in here too? I see Jason Slagle commenting.
Damn,
Yeah,
Kelvin
Jason,
said I
so
can't
Jason
read.
Slagle said he couldn't join because he was out to dinner with family, and I'm like, "You have a cell phone, right?" And then
He's under
suddenly
the
he was in
table
the
right now.
chat.
I know.
So
he's
now I
under the
feel
table.
bad
Now he's
because I think
watching.
Heather's like, I think his wife is like, "Why aren't you paying attention to me?" And he's like, "Because Ray said I had to be on the tech bar."
What?
And so I apologize.
A family member is proposing.
Should we bring in our other guests as well?
Yes.
Seeing as you know the time.
Yeah, so we both.
I mean,
Simon's the guest.
No, surprise.
Tony,
All right.
he's not a guest to you, sir.
No, but this is we do want you guys to guess who the next guest is. So we're gonna bring in a game. It's called Guess That Beard. And the chat is gonna have to guess who that last person, who our final guest is.
I know.
Someone who drinks exquisite alcohol and smokes exquisite cigars and has too many nice cars.
Actually,
Kelvin already
It's
got
a
it.
dog
Kelvin
featured
already
in
got it.
The Office.
So he is
that's
somebody that always
Santa.
gives me shit for my special bottle. So, and I brought this just for him.
Okay. Some people are saying Keith. So we're bringing Santa Claus into the tech bar. So Keith.
And there he's got a cigar. Look at that. I called it. I called it.
You did.
It's
Touche. Huh?
it's a
Keith,
salad.
good seeing you, man. Oh,
It's a
hold on,
rolled up
Keith.
vegetable.
You're on mute. You're on mute. That's the word. You're on mute. Just so you know.
You guys are gonna get drunk. I'm gonna get diabetes off this thing.
Oh yeah.
I want to share what I'm drinking. I'm drinking a little bit of this cough syrup. I'm a little sick today, so.
Oh, you got the scissor?
Damn.
This is
He's
my
sipping
little
on his
scissor.
Vicks.
It's
He's like, yeah,
Just
I'm all about that
remember, Aaron,
Robitussin, yo.
If you're ever sick, just remember, alcohol kills germs. Just think
that I drink. I've drank
not
already
wrong.
like a pint. I've already drank a pint, so straight rubbing alcohol. I feel great.
There you go.
Keith, did you see I got this just for you? Just because I knew you were going to be on today?
That is nice. Good deal.
So how you
Good
doing,
to see
Keith?
you.
Thanks for coming on, dude.
Doing great. We're doing I don't know if you happen to see my video I posted. We're doing great things with the Nehemiah project. We're buying our second home for aged out foster youth, and we're getting them involved in tech careers, and it's really awesome to see people become empowered that society has maybe not paid enough attention to.
I love that. You are always doing amazing things. You are always like setting the bar for how we can give back and take care of others. I definitely appreciate you. I've said this before. Keith is you have the devil on your shoulder. I like to call him Tony. And then you have the angel on your shoulder, which is like, hey, you have some free time. Let's go like take care of others and let's go do these awesome things. And that's Keith. And so you got the big beard, you got the little beard, right? You got the sombrero. Did you know that Simon took my sombrero and he's never given it back? I'm just saying.
Oh.
Yeah. So
Well, that's the only reason Tony would talk to him again. That's why. So he had to do it. You know, just for family, he had to do it. For family.
For family. But that's awesome, Keith. Oh wait. Oh wait. Like
you know
father,
that's
like
a good
son.
Oh, that's cute.
What? He's disappeared. Tony, what did you do? Oh.
That's gorgy, guys.
You're on mute, Tony. You're on mute.
We need to get like a Martin
on mute.
Short cameo to get the whole Three Amigos thing going on here.
Right? Simon, you've been in the backstage of Dispatch. You're a technical producer for Dispatch. You know damn well you don't say you're on mute. You say he's muted again. He is muted. Muted. That's the shit that Tony does to me every fucking
all the time. I get
That is policy.
He's on mute. He's on.
I mean, it's all about the drink. So Keith, Kelvin that is drinking White Russians. So I don't know if that's like code for something, because his wife is a beautiful Russian woman who I had the chance to spend time with him and his wife at Acronis a couple weeks ago, and they are amazing people. But Kelvin wants to know what you're drinking, Keith.
Nothing alcoholic, blueberry iced tea, because I have an important job tonight.
Okay, what's that?
There's a Cowboy game on, and I have to post in Facebook on every play.
Oh, that's important.
I literally have to drink to watch Dolphin games, so we're like uber opposites on that. Trust me.
It's America's team.
I thought what is it? Philadelphia Eagles. I thought they were America's team.
No,
That's it's the city of brotherly
Keith,
love.
weren't we talking about that just a few hours ago?
No,
Actually,
the
I would hate
Eagles-
to say it, but wouldn't you say the Patriots are America's team? You know, Patriots.
No,
patriotic.
nobody claims
Hey,
them. No,
this is a Raider Nation, guys. This is the Raider Nation.
Of course.
And I'm kicked off the show forever.
No, it's fine.
And scene. I mean, we've had strikes before, never for like shit we said. It's usually for music. If anybody wonders why we don't do music anymore. But all right, Keith, you said your daughter was on. I know your daughter's been on everything. She has an illustrious career, but she was on SWAT also with Colin Farrell.
Oh wow.
Yeah, she was. If you watch the movie where they apprehend a limo of kids going to prom, and they pull out the prom queen, that's my daughter.
Oh, that's the scene where there's like
I'm
they
looking
have
it
to
up.
blow through the grate, and they get through the grate, and then the limo's right there. That's towards the end. That's pretty cool. Oh wow.
Yeah, I was there when they crashed the plane, just because
It's like
I know people on the set. Yeah.
3rd Avenue Bridge or whatever it's
Oh,
called.
when they were
3rd
coming
Street
in for a
Bridge.
landing.
That's so
Yes,
dope.
yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
So, and that's easily one of the most impressive things about Keith is that he not only knows, like he'll tell you, my daughter's been in this, my son did that. Like he not only will tell you what his daughter's been in, but he will tell you the scene that they were in. Your daughter's been in a lot of shit. Go ahead, Keith, say it. She's been on Dancing with the Stars.
No, that's my other daughter. That's my youngest daughter.
Right.
The reason
He has a family of freaking amazing people.
The reason I know is I'm this overprotective father who actually would drive my daughter to the set because I didn't trust Hollywood, and I would sit in my car doing my work on my laptop because so I was with her like on American Dreams when she was on that show. I would go all the time, and finally Dick Clark actually told me, goes, you can come sit in the extras tent because you're here all the time.
Keith, that is like dad mode 100.
Yeah,
that's like
you're just
the best dad.
that's amazing.
So many parents, I'm sure, would be like, you drop off, you go do your thing, have some. You were there. That's awesome. Good for
Also,
you.
but even
That's
having him
awesome.
invite you in, I mean, that's access to a craft table.
Right.
So I mean, that's a bonus right there in itself.
Right? That's what
So-
I'm looking
so
at.
I was sitting there at the craft table, and these two people are in the room, and the one girl introduced herself as Michelle, and the other guy says his name was Ray or something. And I go and I'm talking to him. They go, "What are you doing here? Are you an extra?" I go, "No, I watch my daughter." And the guy was going like, "That's so cool." And so they went on stage, and all the background came out and said, "Do you know who you were talking to?" I go, "Yeah, Michelle and Ray." And they go, "That's Michelle Branch, and that's Usher."
That is awesome.
And I go, "Are they famous?" They go, "Yeah."
Was he moving like this? Was he moving like this
No,
the whole
he
time?
was.
Is that how you...
He was like kind of soft spoken, and he was really going like, "You really drive your daughter all the time? You're that guy?" And I go, "Yeah."
That's awesome.
Yeah, I'm that stupid guy.
I aspire to be that. I aspire to not hold. That's so cool because so many I hear the other side, maybe just, oh yeah, you go do your thing, or no, I'm not getting you involved in that. But no, you're like, you can be involved in it, but I'm going to be involved in it with you. That's don't sell that short, Keith.
Well, I try and be the opposite of Tony, where he he actually is, yeah, he actually, and then the kids he has around, he enslaves them. So
first off, there are no child labor laws in Mexico. I just want to point that out. So
Florida.
Yes, Tony. Yes, there are. There are. We keep telling you. Yes, there are many laws. You have to obey them, please.
Lo siento, pero no entiendo.
There's that
No hablas. No hablas.
So speaking of habla, Danny, do you remember when we did the skit where we had to pronounce words in Dutch when we had the family episode?
Oh, that's painful.
Yeah, it was painful. So Kelvin and Elle have been having this conversation about some words in the chat. Matt, since you're the newest here, I want to give you this opportunity. Would you like to try to pronounce that? And when I say would you like, I'm asking you. It's not an ask. Just pronounce it.
Yeah. Just, what if Matt's like, no, would not like to.
No, and this is coming up at next week's staff meeting. I'm making notes of this. Hold on 1 second.
Well, I got the in on director of people.
Hey,
so
I think I figured out a new word that we should be using for drinking. It's insubordination.
Tony, this is your chance for redemption, sir. This is your Avast. This is
what is?
Oh, I'm sorry, Tony.
Yeah,
difficult.
Libluvas, la liblubla, la ya.
Okay.
Yeah. Lububla. Wow, come on, people.
I don't know what you're saying, but it sounds beautiful coming from you.
Yeah,
and I want to say I appreciate that Kelvin is even in the chat right now because it's like 2 in the morning, 3 in the morning over there in the Netherlands. So thank you for that, Mr. Tegler. So yeah, I'm not even going to try to pronounce that, but Yellow Blue Bloods.
This is why I don't do subtitles, because this showed up when I was watching season 1 of Alice in Borderlands, and I didn't even know what it was. Give me the dubs. Always the dubs.
There you go. There's a Dutch word Simon knows. He knows sketcha, right?
Sketcha.
There you go.
He got so excited too. You saw him?
Oh, that's awesome. Didn't Kelvin move to U.S. time? No, but Kelvin will be a Ride a Boom with the rest of us. So
wow, cool.
I'm looking. Keith, are you going to Ride a Boom in February?
I'm not sure. Last when I looked, the hotel was all sold out. I was late. So.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm going, so let me know if you're going to go, so I know if I need to cancel or not.
I'm going to Chicago for CompTIA something.
Oh, I'll be there. I will be there in CompTIA. So I'm trying a new thing. Kelvin says it's pronounced Yellow Blue Bus. Blue Bus.
What?
Okay.
Okay, Keith, you're a man of the world. You want to go with whatever this word is?
That's a piece of furniture.
Yes,
I'm pretty sure that's an IKEA shelf. Yeah.
That's probably what I say when they give me too many parts that don't fit. Yeah.
Oh, and Wes Spencer will be at Ride a Boom. Ride a Boom's going to be awesome. I'm going to Ride a Boom myself. I'm very excited for Ride a Boom.
But that's for all you real smart guys. You know, us remedial guys have to go to the slower events.
Oh no, I take Jack, so I have one of my engineers going to do these sessions because he's smarter than me, and then Simon and I will just be doing Simon and I things. Actually, Ashley brings up MSP GeekCon. We have MSP GeekCon coming up. MSP Geek's 10-year anniversary and very first conference, May 21 through 23. at one of the Rosens. I'm apologize.
In Orlando.
Yeah, one of the Rosens in Orlando. One of the 19 Rosens in Orlando. It's the Fast and the Furious of Orlando.
That's right. All on the same road. All on I-Drive. Right next to each other. Multiple right next to each other.
Oh,
I
dude.
gotta tell you, I'm actually pretty excited about MSP GeekCon. I mean, you know, I did the hands-on IT thing years ago, maintaining, running departments, the whole deal. And I feel like if I had some more peers that were around my age and some more guidance from people that were more seasoned, I probably would have done a lot more in that area, and I would have really enjoyed it. So I think it's just fortunate for folks that are of a younger age now to be able to be exposed to things like that. And I mean, the entire conference really is about elevating the skills of like service line workers. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
It
a
is
big deal.
it is the first conference I've ever seen dedicated to the technician's journey, like all the way from, you know, the beginning to late stages, like all the way. Jason is on the planning committee with me, where we're, you know, and Elle is on there too, and Kelvin's on there too, where we're helping like plan this thing. So I shouldn't say I said one of the Rosens, so it doesn't count yet.
Jason, there's like 4 of them in Orlando, bro. It'll be okay.
So I have a special guest that even Simon didn't know was going to come on, Mr. Kelvin.
Oh, it's
even I didn't know I was going to come on.
Kelvin.
Hey guys.
Kelvin,
What's
go
up,
to
brother? How
sleep.
you doing?
Oh wait,
Sorry,
Kelvin, was this
I'm making my drink.
the ominous message where you said you were coming after me? Is that what this is?
Yeah, exactly.
What are you drinking, Kelvin? You still doing White Russians, or what are you
I'm
doing?
making a new White Russian, so give me a second.
Nice. Well, and that's the thing. Like I would love to do mixed drinks, and Danny I've tried it like on the show, but like it is so like it takes away time, and we're not coordinated enough to make the show.
We need to get a bartender on the in the budget for next year. There needs to be a bartender. That's it.
Yeah, there you go.
Simon can go to bartending school. That becomes a segment for of content.
That's right.
How beautiful would that be?
Simon,
will
go ahead
be
and
right back.
apply now. Yeah, Simon, apply now. Hey, Kelvin, I feel like I need to apologize to you. So the first time I met you, it wasn't in person, but I was watching the video you were on, and I kept commenting in the chat, and I kept calling you everything except for Kelvin. Like I was calling you Calvin.
I know.
I'm sorry. I don't know why.
I know. It's okay. It's okay, Tom.
Thank you.
It's okay. Tom. Don't worry
So
about it, Tom.
I
It's
have
fine.
been practicing flair bartending on my personal time, and I suck at it. So just so you know. But Simon, you can come practice.
Guys,
with me.
I can confirm he is not good at it. I can't.
Oh no, I am so bad. I'm not coordinated at all.
He looks like Leslie Nielsen reenacting scenes from Cocktail.
Yeah, buy that new machine that just makes the drinks for you.
And don't call me Shirley. No, that is. Oh my God, you're talking about the little Keurig
Yes.
bartending. That is such garbage. Those drinks are so bad. No, man.
Are they?
No, wait.
Yeah.
Have you had it? Have you had it? Though,
Yes.
for real?
Yes, I've actually. Yes.
So you went to when they were doing the demo at like a Total Wine or something?
No, I have
and-
friends with them, and like I just no. You can make a fresh drink so much better. Absolutely, so much better. I mean, and Tony knows because Tony will hang out with me and he will ask for a drink, and then if it's not exactly perfect to the ingredients that he's asked for, he will chase down the waitress and go make sure.
I
he
have
makes it
standards.
good.
I have standards. But here's Ray. That's okay. I'm like, what?
No.
The margarita at this Applebee's should taste like the margarita at every other Applebee's I've been to.
Exactly my point. Exactly my point.
I'm not tasting the right notes.
Yeah.
But Tony
You
was
guys
so
are
excited. He
too high
was like,
up
"You
this
gotta
thing.
try
It's
this
not that
drink. It's this ingredient, and he like we get it, and he sips it. He's like, no, this isn't it. I'm gonna go have her drink and make it again. And he goes, don't drink it, and I'm like,
He literally tips it back. I can't even explain to you. It was almost comical how he just kind of went with two fingers because his big hands. Ray has big hands, and he goes like this. And so I'm holding it. It's like a pint, for me. And he's got two little fingers like a thimble, and he goes, all done. He goes, it wasn't that bad. And I'm like,
yummy.
Tony's handing me a cup. He's like, here you go, and I'm like, okay, here you go, thank you.
I asked for a drink, not a shot.
That's exactly what it was like. And I was like, that was the most emasculating, because I was like, hey, we're gonna have a drink for a little. Oh, that was not even like mouthwash for you. Okay.
Yeah. Ray's like, Tony, when you flag down that waitress, can you order another one of those for me? Thanks. I appreciate that.
No, we got 3 more because we had 2. She brought one back, and I still the same. So we had 3 drinks. So
see,
we got
and I feel like my brother Drew gets it. He goes, "It's alcohol. It's okay." It's like,
See,
no,
you guys
I get it.
You guys are
because I
too
don't-
uppity.
Ray,
just
Ray
have
is
a-
pretty bad at
with
drinking with.
mojitos. Like I won't.
What
I
was
won't
that,
order a
Keith?
mojito.
I said you guys are too up at high class for me. I just have a
Seriously.
little Jimmy Buffett Margaritaville blender in my ghetto here, and that's what I use.
Do not
Nice.
knock
So-
Jimmy Buffett, sir.
meanwhile, Keith has this like beautiful cabin that like is a ski resort, but we won't talk about that. So, Kelvin, can you tell us
cabin,
how
it's
to
not wood.
properly say yellow blue bus?
Yellow blue bus. It's yellow blue bus. The words are actually exactly the same as yellow blue bus in Russian. You actually have another one, and that's a bit more like you need to drink about this much of the bottle, and at that moment you'll start talking like an actual Russian. You'll get a Russian accent. It's for example, Coke dealer, which is how are you? Coke dealer, as in a guy that deals Coke.
Uh-huh.
Coke dealer.
Okay, I can rock it.
It's the exact same thing. So with a lot of Russian words, you can actually use like these little English pseudonyms. It's a lot of these tiny little things like my own ass is mayonnaise. My own ass. It's just little bridges.
My own ass.
I would like to
together.
point out for just a
That
moment
tracks.
that it's clear
I've
that
never-
Russia did not have Coke dealers before America. I just want to point that out, or at least before England.
Exactly. They didn't.
So I learned this week. I was watching some YouTube videos because I'll be honest, I've done nothing productive at all this week. Says
Very
my
good.
EA, absolutely, I'm driving her nuts because I've done nothing productive. And she's like, "We got to prepare the restaurant for Ride a Boom. We got to do this." And I'm like, those are Monday problems. But I watched a YouTube video instead of being productive. And the guy was talking about how to properly say Michael Caine, the actor, Alfred, Michael Caine, Kingsman, Arthur. So he says to say it the way he says it, you say my cocaine, like my cocaine.
Yeah.
You go, my cocaine. And yes, thank you. Yes, thank you, Ashley. She gets it. And so we were watching Kingsman last night before we watched Stardust because that's how my wife and I get down. My son was at my mom's for the night, and so we did something incredibly romantic. We sat in bed and ate takeout and watched movies all night.
But isn't
And
that
so
the best? But isn't
it's
that
the
the
fucking
best?
best.
That's you and your
It's
wife, and you're like,
absolutely the best.
oh, you got something on? Just wipe it off with the sheet. We'll do laundry tomorrow.
Well, fuck it. We'll take the whole sheet and throw it downstairs for the laundry. Like, fuck it. We don't care.
That's the best, man.
Oh man, yes, Muppet Christmas Carol. We've watched every Christmas show.
Very good.
Absolutely. Goots cocaine. So yeah, so we watched Kingsman before we watched Stardust, and
Yo,
yeah, good
Stardust,
times, man.
That's I haven't met anyone else who's seen Stardust. I love that movie. I absolutely has anyone else?
It's a
here
great
seen
movie.
Stardust? Yeah, it's Michelle Pfeiffer's in it. I mean, you can't go.
You got
Robert De Niro's in
Catwoman.
there.
You got you got from the Fockers. I'm forgetting his name right now, but Casino. Help me out, dude.
Robert De Niro.
De Niro. Yeah.
Yeah.
You got De Niro in it. You got great fucking actors in this movie. It's amazing.
You can't.
Hey,
take it
Roldo,
too
what's up, dude?
Oh yeah, you can't take it too seriously, for what it is. It's just it's a goofy, movie. It's great.
Dave says he's trying to find a new Michael Caine dealer in Colorado.
Oh, my cocaine dealer. What if it was Michael Caine? That would be great.
He's Alfred. It's fantastic. Yes, that's right. Okay, so thank you, Roldo. So I'm watching the entire fucking movie, and I'm sitting there. I'm like, he's recognizable. I know I've seen him in other shit. I couldn't for the life of me.
Right.
Like, remember, and you're right. He's Daredevil on Netflix. He's absolutely fucking great.
Yeah, he is.
Oh, now on Disney Plus, sir. Just so you know.
Well, what was it? Elle, what did you say? Somebody was a Disney princess? It was
Kool-Aid Man. Kool-Aid Man.
The Kool-Aid Man.
Yeah.
Kool-Aid Man was a Disney princess. I love that.
How
See, like little birds flying around.
This whole time, we thought it was a man. It's a Kool-Aid princess. That's us. That's our bias. Let's take a second. That's our bias. How dare we? Just because a rotund glass jar or pitcher full of Kool-Aid breaks through a wall and goes, "Oh yeah, it's a man."
Does the Kool-Aid Man have a real name? Like a first name? Is it like Rodney or something like that?
Yeah, it's OSCAR.
Jennifer.
By the way, if you're speaking of Disney princesses, if you have daughters at Disney World, you know they have that bippity boppity boop where they dress them up as a princess.
Yeah, bippity bop.
Yep. If you go one step up, you can get them to drive your daughter around in Cinderella's carriage.
Of course you would do that, Keith. You're the best freaking dad in the world. What
Yeah.
the hell? What the Keith?
Like,
I thought that sentence was going to end
could
with
literally be the best father in the world, and Keith will still make me look like a piece of shit.
Keith, I thought that sentence was going to be like, Disney princesses? Well, one of my daughters is a Disney princess.
My daughter was too. But did your daughter get around in Cinderella's carriage?
Keith, no, they remember it forever. My daughter still talks about
awesome.
it.
That's awesome. Though.
Do you have a son, Keith?
I have 4 kids.
4 kids.
You got 2 daughters, 2 sons, right? And we're not counting Sean
sons.
in that, so the 5th that we don't count sometimes.
Would you admit to him if he wasn't here?
I love Sean. I'm not going to say anything negative, but no, I would not admit to him being my kid. Absolutely, because that would reflect on me as a parent. And no, I'm not taking that responsibility. No.
Nice. It's like one of your sons is the CEO of Make-A-Wish. Okay,
No, my son Ryan, who's been on the show a couple times, walked in, is an amazing young man. He was born nonverbal, non-social, and he was the goalie for Special Olympics Team USA that I took to Korea, and now he's a motivational speaker.
Oh wow!
Yeah, he's a motivational speaker and a DJ.
He's coming for you, Karen. He's coming for you, Aaron.
Keith has like miracle seed or something. He just makes good people.
My daughter's 9 years old, and every night she says 48 affirmations since she was 2 years old, and I'm like, I need to up my game. I need to up my game. I need to get my daughter.
So
dancing with
I have
stars.
something here so we can add a little like knowledge sharing to the show. The Kool-Aid Man is actually Frank D. Kool-Aid is his full name.
Fake
Wait,
news.
Cool-8, is that like a hyphenated last name?
Well, okay, so like that's the thing that drives me nuts. Iron Man is Iron Space Man. Batman is Batman, one word. Spider-Man is Spider-Man. The freaking like syntax for these freaking names are driving me freaking bonkers. Don't get me started on that. Anyway,
maybe we just pronounce it wrong, and it's actually Kool-Aid.
I believe it. I believe it's originally a Dutch word. It's pronounced Michael Caine.
I think it sounds Canadian because it's kind of like Dave Coulier, Dave Kool-Aid.
Oh, Dave Coulier, yes, yeah.
We're getting someplace. Ashley, can you help us
Hold on.
confirm?
I've known Simon for a good long while, and I know this is the point where Simon says, "Did you know Dave Coulier is actually a Dutch name?" Go ahead, bro. Every day, not every day. So I talk to Kelvin way too much. We talk every morning. Whatever, and so every time we bring up some word, he's like, "Did you know that's actually a Dutch word?" And he comes back. Tell me I'm wrong.
You guys like cool, like you stole and butchered like half of our language and just decided, you know what? That's okay. That's okay. It's like,
hey, Russians stole Coke dealers. Russians stole Coke dealers from us. I just want to point that out.
Okay, fair trade.
Just from you, Tony. Just from you. Just for you.
No, we have 2 things. We have Imperial and we have drug dealers. And Russia stole the drug dealers, but you will not take my Imperial measurement, damn it.
That's right. Even Colombia's still on metric. They're like, wow, we can't get the Imperial.
Ray Orsini. That is me, Ray Orsini. Which actually, fun fact, since we're on education hour, my last name means little bear, and that's why these are little bears. These are my family. So this is what Orsini means.
Oh, I forgot to ask you, Ray. Which one is
yo.
me? Which one's me?
I love that.
I don't see me there.
So I think Drew said it best that he learned from Tony about when he's doing BJJ, he needs to clean his ass. That's where my tattoo of you is, Danny. No, I loved it.
Is it in the middle?
My closest cousin.
Which cheek?
Well, yeah. If it's in his ass, I'm sure he would be your closest cousin.
It's right in the middle. It's right in the middle, so the cheeks are hugging. The cheeks are.
Now I'm
it's
jealous.
It's like this, Danny. It's my son brought me this red because he knows I love red pandas. So he brought me this red panda today from the zoo, and it hugs like that. My two ass cheeks just hugging you like that.
You know, hey, there's a really talented musician named Ted Pillman who has a song called Cheek to Cheek, and I think everyone should go watch it on YouTube as soon as we're done here tonight. Ted Pillman, Cheek to Cheek.
Aaron, what's the name of the song again, please? Remind
Cheek
us.
to cheek. Oh, I believe the song is called Recyclable Body Fluids in Human Form. Recyclable body fluids in human form. Also, Arbor Day.
So I have to say,
And Arbor Day.
Aaron is the only guest ever to have taken notes during our show. Ever.
Oh man, it's the biggest piece of advice I give. Take notes. Take notes. It's really just a bunch of doodles.
So Kelvin, I gotta ask you. Derailed is our word for the day, and we'll take a drink. Can you give us a Dutch word for today before we close out the episode?
I'll give you a Dutch word that you still ain't able to pronounce.
Do it.
Go ahead.
What?
Do it.
We didn't hear it.
No, you gotta say it. No, you gotta say it.
Oh, don't be like that. No, listen, Mr. MVP. All right, you're not the big dog on my show. Damn it. Like, yes, you are. I love you, Kelvin.
I hate to remind you, I'm the big dog anywhere.
You are the big dog anywhere. I like that. I'm like, I grow the COVID beard, and Kelvin's like, look, I'm patchy. And then 24 hours later, he's like, here's my Viking beard. He's like, motherfucker. Yes, Steven, there will be an after party to join. That's why I want to make sure we shut down on time.
Fail.
Thank you for coming on. This is like the most amazing end of the year. 2.5 years later, who knew we were still going to be doing this stupid shit? Matt is going to do amazing things. Danny and I and Simon and Phil and Juan and all the rest of the MMN team are going to be doing some amazing, stupid, awesome stuff.
Yep.
But I mean, this is the heart. You guys are the heart.
Yep.
Right? Keith owns the chat, right? Matt's doing the marionette strings in the back. Aaron's, giving us some pep talks and, giving us some songs that we buy on Starbucks CDs.
Right.
Tony and I are taking shots in the corner, and
nothing creepy about that.
Huh?
If it wasn't for the tech bar, I would have never known that Tony Francisco is a real person.
Wow.
Yeah,
that's true.
That's true story.
And Kelvin yelling at Danny and me in Dutch, and Phil catching it all for the bloopers. I mean,
oh man, hey, you guys are absolutely incredible. I'm so excited about this next year. I'm excited about John Wick 9. I'm excited about all the new words that we're going to find out that were stolen from the Dutch and the Americans. I can't be thankful enough.
And he's stealing our people. He took Brian and Heather Johnson from the United States.
Right.
Hey, everything is borrowed.
I didn't
That's all it is.
Anyone. They moved because this is the better country.
No. Listen,
Ray, we're gonna take his passport when he's here for Right a Boom. That's it.
Oh, dude. Yeah.
He's never leaving the United States.
Simon, mark it down.
Kelvin,
I want Kelvin. Oh, go. Well, I'm sorry, Keith. Just real quick.
Oh, no,
I want
just
Kelvin
Kelvin
for the
when
4th of July episode.
Yeah. When my daughter was teaching dance over in Europe, she really loved your country a lot.
See?
Was she teaching dance to like orphans? Like I imagine, like what was she? Like,
No,
what
she was teaching West Coast swing with the dancers from So You Think You Could Dance and Dancing with the Stars.
That's so cool.
She was young. She was only like, I think she was 14 or 15 then.
What?
Yeah, right.
Oh,
Yeah.
word. Okay, then that makes a lot more sense why you were with her. I thought she was like 19.
No, my oldest daughter. That's my oldest daughter. My oldest daughter was like 22.
Keith, you're just a regular dad. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
My daughters are 20 years apart.
Oh wow.
Oh
Yeah. So I would take my oldest daughter when she was on TV, and with my youngest daughter, I know I'm the stupid dad that would go to dance. Even, I would take her to dance class.
Still cool.
I mean,
Yeah,
not
I
just
took
for
my
the
daughter
recital.
dancing. Absolutely. So cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think Kelvin, we to close this out, we should have an answer to this. Was New York taken from the Dutch?
Yeah, it was New Amsterdam, and we sold it for about $2. Very good deal, best deal ever.
Yeah,
it's less than a ride on the subway. That's
Hey,
amazing.
$2 back then goes a long way.
$2, man.
Oh
Woo!
my gosh. Ray,
All right,
land this
Simon,
plane.
What happened?
Land this plane.
Landing this plane, bro. I'm taking us back. All right, Simon, we got upcoming events. What do we got coming up, dude?
Yeah, so we are not stopping 2023. We're coming in strong. So January 3rd, we're going to be doing the MSP Dispatch presented by Tony and Ray at 10 a.m. Eastern. We're also going to be dropping a new episode of 38 at 38 next Friday at 5 p.m. Eastern. And then we're going to be back at the Tech Bar January 19th at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That will be our 50th episode of the Tech Bar. And that will be with Tim Golden. And then we have January 25th. We're also going to be doing that 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, a partner first webinar with Tim Golden of Compliance Risk. So make sure you tune in. And you like, subscribe, all that good stuff.
And Tim, don't think for a second that I didn't see you write "squish the fish." You and I will have some words later. Lord bless Tim Golden. I appreciate the shit out of him. Besides being a good friend, because he's a bourbon steward and because he has access to amazing things, he always brings me something special every time I see him in person. I appreciate you, dude. Thank you so much.
You're having Tim Golden on for the silver anniversary of the Tech Bar?
Oh, I didn't think of it that way.
Whew.
You know what? You should do this full time. You should like manage this stuff full time. You got great ideas, dude.
I don't know about that, to be honest with you. I think it's going to bring me back to drinking, but okay.
And I think the best way to close that out is the way we opened it, toasting with the chicken nugget. This show has been derailed. Namaste, all my friends. I will see you next year. I love you all dearly. Take care.
Guys. Happy New Year's.
Happy New Year.